All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Scale Riders podcast episode. I am your host, 65 Lokes, and we're here with episode number 264. I have a featured guest all the way from Texas. All of you guys know him as Tingos, the Interior King. He's Augustine Villegas. We're going to be bringing him in right now, and let's go ahead and ask him questions and figure out all the stuff he does. It's so amazing. A lot of different interiors that he's done throughout the years. I have so many questions to ask, and let's go ahead and get to know him. Yo, what up, Agustin? How you doing?
Wake up,
Tingos,
wake
welcome.
up. You sound sleepy.
Right on, man. Dang, dude. Hey, thank you for coming on to the podcast. I'm very excited, and also for taking the time to go on even earlier than the time we had set. So this is pretty dope.
Heck yeah, that just makes it easier.
Awesome, awesome. So what are you working on right now, right there?
It's a 65 Continental Lincoln convertible.
Oh, that
It's
looks nice.
it was painted by 2007.
Oh, sweet.
There's two of these. I gave one to my coworker at work because he can never buy the real thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
they're
cool.
the it's the color of the JFK limo, blue.
Oh, right on. No, it is. That that workspace right there. How do you like the height? Because I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, dang, you know what? You don't have to be sitting down, legs get all cramped up.
The only hard part is when I drop something. Pero my old boss that I worked for since I was a teenager gave me this dresser, and he had it in college. And at the time, when I first joined Lay It Low, the we was crowded, man. I was in a house of like 15, 20 people, just like a real Mexican.
Right on.
And this is the only space I had. Before this, I had like a stool and I'd be on my knees doing interiors, like not I didn't want nobody bothering me in the one room I was in. But when I got this dresser, I was like, heck yeah, I can stand right by this. I got more room and stuff. And that's all I do. The I'm not used to sitting down.
Yeah.
So I just stand right here all the time like this.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I mean, just seeing you right there, you could see that, that you getting into your zone with what you do right there. And I wanted to start it off by asking Tingos, how'd you come up with the name? Who gave you the name, or how'd you come up with the name Tingos? Take us back.
Oh, everybody says it wrong. If you say it in Spanish, it's Tingos.
Oh, you're right.
And
Tingos.
you gotta add an S. A lot of people say like Tingo or Dingo, and nah, it's Tingos. And it's a family nickname. It wasn't even like gang related or anything. Like if you're around my family, my tia still yell at me like I'm a little kid. Tingos, like oh shit. Like yeah, it's funny. But yeah, it's a family nickname. And where it really came from, oh, that's even stupider. You ever seen that movie Talladega Nights?
No, I haven't.
It's funny, you should watch it. This reminds me of the end of it. So my name Tingos came from my biological father that I never met. And I finally met him like a year before he passed away. My sister found him. You're like, oh, I asked him, I said, where'd my name come from? He goes, that was my best friend, like outside of Monterrey. His name was Augustine Tingos, and I forgot his last name. And the guy was famous over there, raising fighting chickens, roosters. So I'm named after some dude I don't even know, famous for raising chickens. And like, oh, at the end of Talladega Nights, that's where it gets funny because he calls the other dude El Diablo, and he's like, "What's that mean?" He's like, "It's fighting chicken or something." It threw me off. Like it's funny.
Yeah, what the heck? So that was your dad's best friend.
Yeah, that was his name.
Oh, dang. Right on.
Yeah, I think
What
I
a
found that
trip.
out like in 20 before, yeah, like 2015.
Hmm.
That's when I found that out.
Right on. Well, the one thing we do have in common, Tingos, is our last name. My last name also has a V for
Ah,
mine's a Vergara,
yeah.
and I don't know. I don't know about you, but I remember in school always being like last,
Yeah,
get everybody in order. And I was like, oh man, I better start getting to the back of the line because I'm always gonna be the last one.
it's even better. You're prepared for whatever they're doing.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta be the first one right there.
Mhm.
Right on, man. No, that's cool. And you know, when did this all start for you? When did the love for cars and getting into models and everything?
The so I'm a first generation lowrider in my family. My mom used to make fun of me, saying I wasn't a lowrider when I was like little. But like just like in elementary, just like anybody else, I would draw cars, with your friends at school. They're like, oh, the first time I seen a lowrider, bomb and lowrider car like Impala was in my neighborhood. And the same guy owned both. And he ended up somehow being related to me. He was married to my uncle's brother, like sister or something. And he lived right around the corner. And that's when I saw like my first Lolos. I think it was like 1989 in person, like driving down the street. You're like, oh, I used to work for free, child labor at my grandparents' video store back in the day. And there used to be these two rock and roll, like, because back then people had BMX. So these people were like, these two dudes, they were like BMX riders. They wore the rock and roll shirts and stuff. You're like, oh, one day they're like, hey, come to the house, we'll play games. I'm like, all right, cool. And when I pull up, one of them fools had model cars on shelf after shelf built. I'm like, what the hell is all this? And there wasn't spokes on model cars back then or nothing. But the guy attempted lowrider mini trucks, lowrider cars, and he's the one that put me on. He sold me my first 64 Impala kit, my first wire wheels. He gave me a bunch of like he gave me glue. He gave me back then I didn't have foil, so he gave me like silver marker, for trim and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's basically the first one that like introduced me to model cars. Cause I mean, you're little, you can't drive anything. And I was like, well, shit, if I could have this like on the counter and mess with it, I love it. I even took that car to school in junior high, and people were laughing. They're like, man, motherfucker playing with toys.
Oh,
But I'm like, whatever, forget y'all. I don't give a damn. And that's when Lowrider Bicycle Magazine came out. And I was like, holy shit, it's game on here. Like, we're on blast now. Like, there's other
yeah.
people doing this out there and not even here. And when I started doing interiors, it's just because I found a piece of felt. You know that photo I sent you where it shows like the light green and the like the teal color?
Let's see. Let me pull this one up. Let me know if it's this one here.
No,
Hold
not that
on.
one.
No, not that one. Let's see. Remove. Bam. Right
That
here.
that one. So that's
Okay.
felt. It has I don't think you can see foam on that. It has foam like on the headliner and the door panels, but like all that right
Mhm.
there is felt and mirrors.
Dang. Yeah.
And that's when I started. I did it on the 63 convertible. Back then when that kit was like 30 bucks, the big white box.
Mm-hmm.
I did it on one of those. And it only started off as carpet and inserts. And then then I bought more colors. And back then the felt used to be more thin. Like it isn't as thick as it is now. And I think it was better back then, but because now it just you have to make it fit. But that's when I first started. Y
Man.
luego, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say real quick. So the guy that put you on, were you starting to like build models more with him, like hanging out, since you guys had
Yeah.
connection now with model builds?
Yeah. He would come to the video store when I was there because I was there like every weekend and after school. And he would bring cars over and we just work on them. And he was very particular on detail and making a paint job shiny. And back then it was only spray paint cans because we didn't know anybody with airbrush. But he did all kinds of stuff. Like you know how Rapper Thinfy has like a double scissor lift?
Yeah.
He did that like on two 1500 Sierras, like the 95 body style. He did that back then on two trucks. He did a lot of trucks because we didn't have access to a whole lot of cars back then. And Paula's had just like came back out.
Man. And as far as like the Lowrider Bicycle Magazine, when you came across it, was it already like the beginning of those issues coming out, or was it kind of
Yeah.
like midway? Or
No, it was the first one. It had that red bike on the cover and that gold 64 on the bottom.
wow, man,
Yeah.
I can only imagine, dude. That's crazy. Like, because I still remember coming across like my first issue of Lowrider Bicycle Magazine, but it
Hmm.
wasn't until it must have been like 96, 97. It was later. It wasn't those
Okay.
early on issues that had came out.
Hmm.
But I remember, I didn't know when these would drop, when these were coming out. So I kept trying to hunt them down, checking the liquor store.
Oh
And
yeah.
you would see the monthly lowrider car
Hmm.
magazines all the time. And then there was those the lowrider arte books that were
Yeah.
coming out.
They were always
And
out.
and the bicycle ones was like once in a while they'd have them, but they didn't have that many. So I don't know if people were just buying them up or the store wasn't getting that many at the time. But I never asked the store owner, like when's the next
Yeah.
one's dropping. So I missed out on a lot of those ones a lot of time. It was like a hit and miss for me with those issues.
Yeah, I think over here, if they didn't get them every month, you'd see them every 3 months. But they would have like all three lined up. Like the 3 months that you missed, you could catch up on
Mhm.
them because they would be on the shelf.
Nice. And was there any other people coming together to build models like as time went on with you and your friend were building models?
Yeah. I ended up hooking up with some knuckleheads, and I say that because of the stuff they did. Like they're a little bit of troublemakers. Um, so back then it was competition, just like it would have been in California with everybody with each other, right? Over here there was competition too. So I had a homeboy that used to do everything like gold, with the Tamiya. And we finally had it down where it looked real. Like it didn't look too dark, too light, too yellow. It was perfect. And once I hooked up with him, we hooked up with this another crazy dude. His name was Nino. It was Gilbert and Nino. And then they had a bunch of little like brothers and stuff. It was mainly three of us. And then we ended up having more homeboys, but it was mainly us three. We would help each other with the cars too. No different than we do with people today. Um, my homie would paint because I've tried painting and it doesn't work for me. But my homeboy would paint super clean. He would even like hand toss the flake on there and it would come out clean. Like you wouldn't believe that stuff was spray paint if you saw it today. Another homeboy did all the crazy like radical stuff, and I would do the interiors on everything. And I just try to keep my cars clean because I don't like touching them or anything. And my homeboys, man, their stuff would be dusty, dirty, glue stains. I'm like, no, that ain't the way you roll, man. It's got to be clean. Like I don't play that. But we started going to shows, and then we were always in competition with these other dudes. They were a little bit older, not by much. And then they passed us one year because they bought an airbrush, and it was game over. Like they blew us out the water. They were doing interiors, they were doing airbrushing patterns, super clean. And then they started doing replicas too. That's when the guy in town built Casanova.
Dang.
It was here in town. Real gold plating, 24 karat. Back then, it might have been Big Kid Enterprises, I think. But he had Casanova. He still has it today. That I took it to the Peterson in
Okay, that
2018.
that one time you were out here.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was the same car. He also built Pure Insanity. And these are cars from way back when. We're talking like way before 98. They were like they passed us in the game. I think by the time I stopped building in 97, and these guys were still building like badass cars. And that's when I got like my first car, and I still had a Lowrider bike, and I was, you know, chasing girls and partying and stuff like that. And I stopped model cars.
Dang. During that time when you had stopped and you were doing other things, did you ever feel like, did you ever think about it? Like, man, maybe I should get back into model cars, or now I'm too busy. Like right now, it just wouldn't work out.
It's something that never leaves you. So like once you start it, it never goes away. It's always in the back of your mind. The You always want to build something, but if you're just busy doing other stuff, like back then, I still had what I have. 97, I bought my first Impala, 65 Impala. You're like, oh, but I got rid of it. And then in 98, I had, was it 99? In 98, I had a 64 Impala. And then I sold it and bought a Bombita in 99, 2000. And then in 2001, I already had like a clean ass bomb at the shows when I was 21 years old, winning first place in my category. So like model cars wasn't in my it wasn't in my head. I'd be down if somebody else was doing it, but everybody stopped at the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. Do you still have that fleet line, the Bombita?
The one from today?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my wife's car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she bought that from San Diego, from Escondido.
Oh, nice. Right on.
It's a little town outside of San Diego. We still have it.
Nice, nice. Yeah, man. I still remember when you came out here in 2018, and you brought out some cars. I remember seeing the one you had of Gary Seeds. It was like a crashed
Oh
vehicle.
yeah, the
That one's
70.
dope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one's dope. I was tripping out because you came out with your son and you were busting
Uh-huh.
out with some of the models, and it was like I would say what, like the night before the Peterson, like the presentation, and we're hanging out
Mhm.
at Armando's house, and there was a lot of people that were there at his house, like getting
Yeah,
ready,
Willie
and
was there, Jeffries was there, you
yep,
were there. There was a photographer guy, I forgot his name, but he was cool. He
yeah,
was he was talking nonstop.
yeah. I wonder if it was Rudy Munoz.
Maybe.
Um, yeah, because I know he takes a lot of photography when he would be going out to the scale model events. Even Frankie the Greaser was
No,
there.
he showed up, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it was cool, man. And I had during that time, I had seen your work, had heard about you and stuff, but I was just tripping, like, oh dang, like you're out here. Uh,
Shit, you wanna hear the story on that one? About making a trip to the Peterson?
yeah, yeah.
So, my wife at the time had a lease car, right, on lease, and, like, oh, we went to the dealership, and I was like, "Okay, oil change, and we're out." The guy's fucking trying to sell us a car. I'm like, "Nope, I still have miles I can put on this other one, and I'll be back, and then I'll get a new car." Well, he suckered us into it, and, so I bought a new car to go to California. I love driving, so me never being to California, I knew it took, like, 24 hours to get there. I drove 23 hours, and then I pulled over to get gas before I got more in there, because it costs more. Uh, I couldn't make it no more. I had to pull over, like, at a Walgreens in the parking lot, and I took a nap. But I drove 23 hours nonstop, all happy and shit. And then,
Man.
and Armando called me, I think 2 times. They were hanging out. He's like, "Hey, just making sure you're okay. You're on the way." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm coming. I need to get off the phone. I'm driving." I don't like texting and driving and talking on the phone.
Hmm.
And, I think we got there Friday in the morning to the hotel. We were across the street from West Coast Customs. They're like, "Oh, we take a shower and everything." I'm like, "Armando, send me your address. I'm going to your house." So we pull up probably like 11 in the morning. I don't remember. And it was me, my wife, Meme, and Clary, my 2 kids. Um, right away, man, he's trying to put me to work. I'm like, "Yo, I just drove like a whole day to get here. I'm not about to do no work." They were making palm trees,
Oh,
for
I
the
remember that.
presentation.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, give me a beer. I'm not working. I'm sorry. I'm not working." And like, oh, yeah, by the time we get to the show, Armando himself had asked me to buy like, like a strip for plugs for the lights. I forgot. We're at the Peterson. He's like, "Hey, did you bring it?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Well, you need to go get it." I was like, "All right, I'm leaving right now." Fucking take off to Kmart down the street. And then when I get back, he already found one. I'm like, "You couldn't call me?"
Oh,
I'm like, "Man, I just had to pay parking again." Okay. But yeah, it was a lot of time being awake.
yeah, no rest. It seems like
Yeah.
for sure. Dude, I still remember putting in some work too with those palm trees for the sidewalk. Yep, I
And
remember.
they look good too. Jeffries was over
Yeah.
there fucking throwing down. He was like this, like over here by the wall, by the back door, just in chinga. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" "Palm trees." He's like, "Here's another one." I'm like, "Oh shit. Okay." I'm like, "I ain't doing
That's
none of that."
crazy.
Yeah, Jeffries was cool. He was having a good time.
Yeah, yeah, because he was in town, and during that time, I remember he wouldn't come out to California as often. He was coming out every so often,
Yeah.
and it just seems like within the last like I don't know, couple or few years because of the whole RC boom and stuff. He's been coming out here almost like every year. He's
Heck
out
yeah.
coming out to the states, so that's pretty dope. But in that time, I was like, oh dang, he's out here too. I was like, all these guys are here. That's pretty awesome to see. But yeah, I remember you were chilling and you were like busting out the models, the ones you brought, and you
Yeah.
were cleaning them and just making sure because you had transported them. You wanted to make sure that everything was well intact and no issues. Just getting them ready for the show right there. After the Peterson, did you stay like an extra day in California or did you just kind of head back home?
That was on a Saturday, no?
I believe so.
I
I
think we
can't remember right
left.
now.
That was on a Saturday, so we came back home. We went to Las Vegas to go see my to see Laura's youngest and middle son. They were staying in Las Vegas at the time. So I think we left Sunday afternoon because it's only like 4 hours to Las Vegas from
Mhm.
Los Angeles. That's so I left the next day.
Yeah. So like.
Hey,
Mhm.
what I learned in California though, because uh, the fun thing about meeting other people in person, you learn more stuff. That's when I learned how to buy these boxes.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, to put the cars
Yeah.
in.
Right
Because
on.
I see people just doing this. They'd be like, "Okay, car, cover it up." Next, I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm over here with a big old model car box, bubble wrap, and all that dumb stuff. I'm like, this is good. This is about to change right here."
Yep, gotta get those boxes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember the first time I was bringing out a model, I was carrying it in the clear case, that AMT one,
yeah,
and, I wasn't taking a lot, it was just, like, one model, but then I started asking, Juan Amezcua, I was
yeah,
like, "Hey, where do you get those boxes from?" And he had told me like, "Oh, these are some of the boxes they use to like put like trading cards in, but
yeah.
there's a place in the valley out here that sells boxes." And he's like, "We'll go one day, and you can just buy a bunch of them, and then you just got to fold them in and get them prepped." So
Yep.
yeah,
My
where do you get yours?
my wife would buy them online for me. I think it's like 50 at a time
Oh, that's good.
on Amazon, and it's like
Mhm.
$50, almost basically like $1 a box by the time you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think right now I have like 30 boxes left that I haven't used yet.
Oh, nice. They're on standby
Oh
right now.
yeah.
Nah, that's cool, man. Yeah, and like a lot of the times you could just wrap them with like a little, like a little paper or anything right there, a little napkin or a paper towel, and you're good to go.
Yeah, my wife bought me handkerchiefs.
Mm,
You're like, I fill
that's
up
a
the
good
box
idea.
with the foam that already comes with the sticker, like where it's already got the adhesive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I put foam inside the box.
Oh, that's
That way, if
good.
something moves, it won't do that much of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A- As far as the shows out that are out in Texas, all the model shows, do you have to travel far to go to those shows? Because I mean, Texas is huge
yeah.
to get around.
No, because when Dig has the show in Denton, that's not even like if there's no traffic, it's 30 minutes. 45 minutes average. You're like, oh, if they have stuff like here in town, Dallas isn't very big compared to LA, so you can get across town pretty quick.
Mhm. Oh, nice. I see he's they're putting out a show next month out there in Denton.
Yeah, a lot of people missed it last year.
Oh, dang.
Last year was probably the biggest, nicest venue that they had. Willie was here. Legendary miniatures was here. He's the guy that built Loco 64 recently. Uh, David? I think that's his name. He won Best of Show.
David, I thought his name was. It's not Tony,
No,
or okay,
no.
okay, okay.
Tony built Loco 64.
Oh, okay, okay. That's Tony.
I don't want to get his name wrong. I think it's
Mhm.
David. I know it starts with a D. I just can't
Okay.
think of it right now. But he came in with Willie. Yeah, what else? And there's other people here in town, even from
Mhm.
out of town that showed up.
Yeah.
Jesse Walker, he lives like 2 hours away. Thorn is a good hour, even though it's not really out of town. It's like an
Mhm.
hour away. I think there was a dude here from like San Antonio or Austin. Other than no, Cynical didn't come through, not this time. But at that show, I was trying to hype it up because they had me on a podcast and nobody knew what I was doing.
Mhm.
I gave away $1,000 best RC and $1,000 best model car.
Dang.
Oh yeah. So the other day when I heard there was a podcast on Wired Down the other day about RCs, and that Joe Ray was, I guess the show that they're having was going to give away like 250 for an RC. I'm like, man, that ain't even enough.
Yeah. Dang, you're over here giving 1,000.
Yeah,
Dang.
to some underground shit,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
don't people don't even know what we're doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, like recently, about a month and a half ago, I went to another show that my homeboys threw. It's called Toys in the Hood, and it's only RC, pedal car, model car, lowrider bikes. Stuff for like the stuff we grew up with, without real cars.
Mhm.
And my homeboy, he came up. He's like, "Yeah, man, I got this RC for my son. I'm talking to this other dude over here. He said he was at a show. He won $1,000 with his RC." I'm like, oh, "Okay, yeah, I was there." But
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say I'm the one that gave money away.
Yeah. He's a sponsor
Yeah.
mine. No, right on.
Yeah. No,
Damn,
it's cool
what
though.
a
I mean,
trip.
it to get paid to do something that you like. I mean,
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with that. Like, appreciation.
Yeah.
Because I know the work that goes into this stuff.
Mhm.
And all I was trying to do is get more people to show up. I mean, if you want to win here, take it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh
As
yeah.
as far as from doing your interiors, do you remember like how your first commission ever came about? Like the first time somebody was like, "Hey man, how much would you charge me, to do my interior?" And when that got asked, like, did you kind of know as far as like a rate or kind of, or maybe like, no, I don't do that.
No, I would hit up in the early days on Lay It Low, I would hit up a lot of guys that would like paint a car and not finish it. And I'm like, hey, and I would just send them a message. I'm like, yo, send me your car. I'm gonna do your interior and I give it back to you. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it for free. Come on. And that's how I met Tony '07. I did one car for him. No, I think I did two. I did a Monte Carlo and a 62. I did those, as fast as I could, send them back to him. Be like, oh, I did one for Frankie, Big Dog. He had like a blue 64 with jelly pinstriping that some dude did way over there a long time ago. I did his car, and then I did a bunch of cars for a bunch of people, but it wasn't no foam yet. It was just felt and mirrors. And in reality, even when it comes to foam, mirrors, or felt and mirrors, I have a bunch of stuff here. Like this is all felt and foam. And then I've got a bunch of more foam down here. Like I got stuff from Lay It Low still that I haven't used. But as far as like cost of material into an interior, just like let's say this Lincoln, materials, $5. You just gotta do the work.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's crazy. And you brought up, about felt and the mirrors. So the mirrors, that's one question, I've been wanting to ask you. Because when I look at watch, let me bring up that the 57. Let's
Yeah.
bring that one up right here. So in the center console right here,
Mm-hmm.
and even around that trim around the seats, like
Yeah.
up at the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me seeing that, and then you see all the little lines, like it's the separation of like
Yeah.
the glass, like that effect. I've always wondered, like, what is that? How do you do that?
So today, if you go to Hobby Lobby, it's not very fun like it used to be, and I'll show you.
Let's see.
But see how shiny this is?
Yes.
That's a chrome poster board from Hobby Lobby from
Oh.
like 10 years ago. Now it's not so shiny.
Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah.
See that? So I have a bunch of this from like 2010. I'll never run out. But if you can find this, it's nothing but, the big poster board sheets. And you could do like 50 cars with one sheet if you're not just wasting it.
Dang.
And they used to make gold. I have a bunch of gold too. Pero like the middle console, that blue car, the 57, it starts off just like this.
Oh, let's see. Let me pull you up right here. Shows again.
See that?
Oh yeah.
So it's nothing but chrome, a strip of a chrome poster board on top of the hump. You're like, oh, I just cover the sides upright with foam. Like right here, I have see how small that is? That's the passenger side that goes next to the console, and you just glue it in place, and then it'll hold. I don't know if you can see it,
Oh yeah, you see right there. That's
but
cool,
it's
man.
but it's I mean that's how easy it is.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as far as the little lines, are you using like a ruler and kind of scoring it to get all the little
No, I don't use a ruler because I'm
okay.
used to cutting straight lines.
Hmm.
It's just the X-Acto blade, and if you use like a brand new blade, uh, it cuts it too perfect. So if you have one that's a little worn out, it seems to cut the crease better.
Okay. And you just got to be
You know.
careful, right? Not go too hard or else you're just going to split right through it.
Yeah, but no, I mean, you'll never go right through it. The only way you go right through it is with like a brand new blade because
Okay.
it's just so sharp.
Nice. Yeah, I still have not tried that. I mean, now
It,
I don't even have the the material, but now you
it's
mentioned
a
I got to hunt it down.
it's super easy. And those seats that you see in there,
Hmm.
so that back seat, the front seats, and like you notice the car doesn't have a boot; it has like an under boot.
Oh yeah, right here
That
in the back.
under boot also has mirrors, and I made those seats and that under boot out of balsa wood. See, it's easy to cut with an X-Acto blade. And look, the thickness here is the thickness you see on the seats. I just wrap it with mirror, and
Oh
then I
yeah.
put foam on top of it. This is a good thing to cheat with right here, balsa wood, and they have it at Hobby Lobby.
I remember back then, like the first time getting myself like some of the foam from Hobby Lobby,
Hmm.
and I had purchased the one, kind of like what you were using inside the boxes that you peel off the back and it has the
Yeah.
adhesive.
Yep.
And I remember trying to do trying to do seats,
Yeah.
and I'm over here getting like the stock seat, and then I'm cutting out the foam and everything, trying to just eyeball it, measuring it. And I figured, you know what, I'll stick it on, and then I'll cut around it with scissors or something, to get it as
Yeah.
close. And then I started filling everything in, and I noticed obviously the seat's very thick because
Uh
it's
huh.
just like I'm putting it above.
Yep.
And as time went on, this is like before I started to meet everybody on Instagram and started going to shows. But once I started talking to Armando and other people, and I was telling them like, "Hey, what's up with my seats? What am I doing wrong? They're too thick, and I see these other seats. They look more to the scale." And a lot of times, everybody would tell me, you know what, you gotta either cut out this out, or you have to scratch build the seat or like the frame and then add that on there.
Hmm.
What's your take on something like that?
When I do the swivel seats, it's only 2 pieces of foam. They look better if you do like a double ply, like back to back. It'll look more like late 70s or early 80s, like real fat, the wraparound. But I just used 2 pieces of foam. Did I send you a picture of the blue one? Like a light blue one? Oh no, they're pink.
Let's see. Yeah, let me pull up the pink ones here, and I see it's right here. There we go. Oh, my bad. There it is.
That's only 2 pieces of foam.
Oh, dang. Okay.
You have a bottom piece and then you have the wraparound. And I'll show you the little template that I make. Let me see. And then I'll tell you where those seats came from because I didn't make those up for the first time.
Yeah, these are nice. I like the how you filled it with black or not black. It's like a dark pink in between, right? That gives it
Uh,
that depth, like into it just makes it look really soft and the material in there.
so that the light pink is the original color of the foam. Y luego the tool that I use is an aluminum rod. So when you press down on the foam, it gives it like a shaded pencil effect. And when I color with the Sharpie, that's why it looks dark on the lines.
Yeah, it gives it some depth right there. That's nice.
Check it out. So here's the bottom piece. Y luego here's the wraparound. And it's the same one I use in the photo that you were using. So once you do the foam and everything, like biscuit or diamond or whatever, if I can hold it, you glue them together, and that's how you make those. These seats they were not my idea. My homeboy in town, Gabriel Alba, he's in a Traffic Car Club. He's one of the guys I used to build with back in the day, and they're the ones that got me back on lay low. His little brother Eric, and I would go to their house like every week because they're like, "Hey, start doing interiors again. We're gonna, put you on blast over here. People don't know who you are." I'm like, "Okay, I ain't doing nothing. Fuck it, I'll do it." He's like, "Oh." Every week when I would go drop off a car or pick one up, I saw those same bucket seats my homeboy had in his house, but he stapled them together, and it didn't have diamond or biscuit or anything, but he had, how to do it, and I was like, "Imma steal this from you." He's like, "Hey, do what you gotta do." He's like, "I already know what you're gonna do." I'm like, "Alright, I'm just letting you know." I said, "But I'll tell people where it came from." I didn't originally do that. My homeboy did,
Hmm.
and he don't even build model cars. That's how creative he was.
Wow.
He just, people give you ideas and then other people just make it better. And I've seen that a lot. There's a lot of people, you just show them one thing and they take it 10 times further.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a trip. As far as the glue, what kind of glue would you use for like two pieces like that to hold? Let's see.
CA
Is that the
glue.
CA? All right.
Yeah.
Nice. The pink one.
Uh, the pink one because it doesn't run on you.
Yeah,
Y luego
not
you
the
gotta,
purple one.
no, not the purple one. Use the pink
Okay.
one. Y luego, because it even says thick on there, I think.
All right. I
Extra
gotta say
thick. My bad.
I gotta send you some glue. I got some with my logo on it. So I
Okay,
gotta hook
I'm
you up.
down. Y luego you gotta teach people how to use the accelerator. When I tell people that, kicker and
Hmm.
accelerator, they're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "You don't know what this is? Damn it." Yeah, they need to learn that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I love using those glues. I have some. Let me see. Let me bust out mine right here. Yeah, I got the pink one right here too, right there. And then I got the purple one as
Yeah,
well. But I use these a lot more for like filling in gaps,
yeah.
sanding, kind of like body work type
Mhm.
stuff. I love using them, but it's good to know as far as the foam because I never tried it with I never got that far, pretty much.
The only thing you gotta be aware of is, if you have, like, you know how those seats, they were colored with, Sharpie?
Mhm.
That's why it looks magenta? Whenever you put glue down, don't let the glue seep out from the foam because it will change it another color, and you got to redo it all over again.
Oh dang.
Hmm.
How's that experience as far as like doing an interior and then something happens like that? Like do you scrap it or do you just kind of improvise and it ends up becoming something that you're like, I didn't even plan on doing that.
You can try to fix it on the spot. I mean, you
Mhm,
have like a few seconds before it really, gets stuck together. But there's times I redo stuff. I can redo a floorboard like 3 times and nobody even knew that I did it. I can do a back seat 3 times and nobody knew I did it. It's just when I'm finished, it just looks like I just did it once.
mhm.
Sometimes, like, I don't use a stencil for Biscuit and Diamond. So sometimes the passenger side looks a little bigger than the driver's side. You're like, oh shit, they don't match. Do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Dang.
have stencils too. I don't use them. That's
Yeah.
cheating. Yeah.
Mhm. Take us back to Lay It Low. So
Oh
you
yeah.
mentioned your friends had put you on. You know, I wasn't around during that time. You know, I saw Lay It Low later. Like when I started to like go on there to read up on articles and look for photos.
Hmm.
Uh, I think by then, not I didn't really see a lot of those threads that were active anymore. It seemed like
Everybody had already went to Facebook.
yeah, right. When
Yeah.
what do you know what year that was when when you started joining the Lay It Low forum?
I would say 2009, and it kind of died off like in 2011.
All right, so it was
It,
on
it,
a few
it felt
years.
like forever, but
Yeah.
and then there was people on there way before me. That's
Mhm.
just the time I showed up.
Yeah. Did it seem like a very like a competitive kind of forum or because it's mostly you're just uploading your work, right? Like
Hmm.
you're just kind of or showcasing like this is what I'm doing here.
There was a lot of people that showed props. There was a lot of people I would say they got along. Even if some people don't get along on there, people got along. Um, that's how you met everybody. And then when you meet people in person, it's just like, holy shit, it finally happened. But like who would hit me up? Mike Teles all the time. Like he came out of nowhere just hitting me up. And I'm like, you're like famous, dude. I mean, you're talking to me? Okay, cool. For him, if it wasn't for him, I don't think the collection ever would have started. But
Yeah.
Mike Teles was like, I talk to him like every day. He'd tell me stories, of cars and the competition of each other and stuff like that. And there's a lot of good stories out there.
Nice. As far as like what were you checking that forum like daily? Was it one of those things that because you don't know, you know, what people were gonna kind of bust out with on there?
Yeah, I think back then everybody was on it every day. Me,
Yeah.
I was at work, desk and computer, so I was on
Mhm.
it like every 10 minutes.
Right on. Yeah, yeah. Dang. Just checking it. I could
Uh,
imagine that, man, for sure.
yeah. I was the first one to bark, people started
Uh-huh.
tripping. I tried to stand up for somebody or something.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. I still do today, not as much as I used to, but I mean, if
Mhm.
somebody is getting clapped on
Yeah.
and they're a good person and this and that, I'll still snap and be like, F this person.
Mhm.
I don't, I can argue with somebody, disagree with somebody, and if they don't want to talk to me after, it's whatever, right? Like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
lose sleep. But if they want to talk the next day, I'll be right there talking with them. I mean, that's what people do. You have a bad hair day, see?
No,
And,
no, I
you
agree.
know, some days, I mean, people are gonna be barking at each other, not getting along, and then you next day it's like nothing.
Yeah.
But I used to do that a lot in the early days of Layla, but yeah, no. I mind my own business. I
Yeah.
don't talk to people I don't know, not unless they're
Mhm.
serious about the hobby. And I'm always
Yeah.
down to help somebody. Like we was in Oklahoma, me and Dig, June, I think. And it was an IPMS show. And we had called in advance and like, hey, we're gonna show up. We have our own tables. We're taking like so many cars, a collection on display, and they were cool. And they looked at us funny when we walked in. I mean,
Mhm.
we're a little, we're a little, we're a different color walking in the building. And Everybody's like, "Who are these guys? What the hell are they doing here?" You could just tell. It's cool. I mean, I've been around that stuff. But as soon as I set up the shop, man, they started with all the questions. They were loving it. You're
Oh
like,
man.
"Oh," there was a car that I had been wanting to get rid of because I had too many of them. Like, do you know the little 70s Camaros? There was a little girl builder with her dad there, and she had a brand new kit. There was kids buying kits. I was like, "Heck yeah, buy kits. Build this shit when you get home."
Hmm.
It don't matter what it is, tank, boat, it don't matter, just buy something. There was a little girl that had, like, I think it was a van. I don't remember what car it was. I was like, "Okay, hold up, let me." I said, "Hey, little girl, you gonna build that?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Hang on, I want you to have something." And I gave her a little, like a '72 Camaro that I bought off of eBay painted. All I did was the interior and add, Gavin's wheels on it. I was like, "Here, I want you to have this." And she's like, "What the hell?" And her dad's
Dang.
like,
Yeah.
her dad was super happy. That guy
Yeah.
was like, he said, "Now you can come back next year and enter that in the show." I'm like, "No."
Put it down on the table. Bam.
I'm like, "Well, if you do, don't change the rims. That's the lowrider fucking Camaro."
Hmm.
No, but I mean, they were happy, like,
Yeah.
and that's not the first time I do that. One time I was in Houston in 2009. It was a Taurus Empire show, I think. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was something else. It was a big show, big indoor show, and we pulled up. I think we had like 40 model cars on display, and this one little kid kept coming by, and I had a gold 57 that I wanted to redo, but I won't redo it if I still have it. This little kid, man, he came by like 5 times by the table. I said, "Hey, I want you to have this." I grabbed the box, I put it in the box. I said, "You keep coming by and looking at it, and I want to redo it, but I won't because I still have it. So here, take it home." Man,
Mm.
his mom, his dad, his tias, like the whole crowd was there. They're like, "You're really giving them this?" I'm like, "Yeah, here, take it."
Hmm.
Like maybe one day he'll be able to build something.
Yeah.
And they found me later on Facebook. They're like, "Hey, we still have it." I'm like, "Heck yeah. Don't throw it away."
That's awesome, man. That's cool. Cause yeah, the little things like that, they impact kids a lot, you know?
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. And then, that's also your way of like promoting, contributing to the hobby, like to expand it to get more younger kids and stuff like to get into it right
Yep.
there. As far as like the collection, like when you go, when you plan like, all right, I'm gonna go to this show and I'm gonna bring my models over time, since it keeps increasing with models, does it ever get difficult like bringing more and more models, or are you just kind of finding easier methods to be able to transport everything there to
No,
the
I
events?
mean, transporting everything, I got all that down. I'm just adding more. The only thing I ask in advance before I go to any show, um, I'll have somebody else ask, like if Dig knows whoever's throwing the show, or as long as somebody knows who's throwing the show, I'll have them contact them for me and be like, "Hey, let them know that we're gonna set up a display because I don't ever enter the model cars. I'm gonna do a display. I have my own tables. That way, because I've been to shows and they're like,
Mhm.
"We don't have any space for you." I'm like, "Well, I have my own tables." That way I can't be turned down.
Yeah.
So I set up shop. I bring the cars. I mean, everything fits in my SUV. I have tablecloths. Um, I can put up the cars faster than I can unpacking them, but it's not that bad. I think the last show I went to, I think it was like an hour to set up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you started displaying your these models, like how many did you start off with in the very beginning, like the first time you ever displayed?
When that that same show I was at where I gave the kid a model car,
Hmm.
I had 6 cars total. I gave one away to a kid, Lego Sam Torres, that promoter show guy, the guy that would throw the car shows.
Hmm.
He had bought 3 cars from a guy in Austin that I went up there to go represent with, Steve Longoria, I think. He sold Sam Torres 3 cars for like 1,200 bucks. I was like, "What the hell?" Y luego, as we have this big old table on display. Sam comes by and he's like, I want this one, I want that one. I'm like, no, these aren't for sale. You bought those over there from that other guy.
Mhm.
He's
Dang.
like, well, I want these too. I said, well, these are not for sale. So later on that day, um, he came by again, and I'm like, look, I'll sell you the two that you want, but I have to sell you all five because to me, I wanted to start over, right? Because I
Mhm.
had like cars that were spray painted, and Santor's bought five cars for $500, and I used that money to go Christmas shopping for my kids because I was broke, and I started over with five more cars,
Mhm.
and these were like they were better. Like I actually did hinging this time, not just half-ass. I opened every car that I was building, chrome plated everything from Chrome Tech, and a lot of custom stuff. Like make my own glass and stuff instead of the model car kit. Because when you have a car that's open, the glass is so thick, you got to mess with it.
Yeah.
I'd make my own windows, stuff like that. And I actually started detailing the motors because I never did that before. Everything was just like chrome and paint and interiors. Pero Armando Flores like hit me up and sold me his wheels because I never thought I would have his wheels because my homeboy Johnny from UGK back then, he's like, "Ah, you gotta have these wheels, you gotta have these wheels." I'm like, I'm never gonna have those, man. Like, I don't need those. But when he hit me up out of nowhere, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy some. Because I mean, he wouldn't sell to just anybody. Um, so I had like five cars with all his wheels on it, photo etch, McLean caps, paint jobs from a bunch of people. Like Pancho painted my bomb truck. I had a bourbon from Arturo. My 51 Fleet Line was from that interior you saw with the felt. That was from Tony 07. And then I had two more. Oh, Arturo 63, the car dancer. He sold that in auction. I bought that one. And I had another. Oh, my 39. My 39 panel. Uh, Trendsetter painted that car for me. So I had like five good cars coming out like hard, clean, like way better than anything I ever had.
Damn, that's dope. Man, right now that you mentioned Bancho, man, he does some really badass stuff with his paint jobs.
I still tell people today that, when it comes to this style of lowriding and paint jobs and stuff, I mean, he's number one. Uh, there's a lot of people that paint badass, right? Like, but
Mhm.
when it comes to the stuff that I like lowrider,
Yeah.
to me, Pancho's just number one. And if people have never seen his work in person compared to other people's stuff, they don't know what I'm talking about. Um, Gary Seeds is the best at what he does. Everybody knows the Gary Seeds paint job,
Yep, look at that right there.
you know?
Dang.
So when it
Mhm.
comes to this, Gary Seeds, he's number one. Did you ever see the cover car that he painted, a Lowrider Magazine, the 69?
Let's see. No, not this one here. This is the
Well,
first time.
he painted a hard top and he painted this convertible for me.
Oh wow. I love like around the wheel wells, those
Uh-huh.
colors right there. Those are nice. They pop.
Yeah, he had that on a real car. I have the magazine somewhere, well, in my closet.
Dang. That's really dope right there. Yeah, you have
I got
this.
a I got a lot of stuff.
No, yeah, man. It's pretty cool because you got stuff from, different artists collectively
Mhm.
right there, I'm pretty sure you could tell stories about, this individual, that individual, all the everything how it came together. That's pretty cool.
I You know how you got Loco 64?
Yeah.
I was gonna buy that car from him.
Oh, no way.
Uh, pero you ended up with it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, fuck, damn, I missed out on that car. All right, cool. And then out of left field, Tony, uh, Legendary Miniatures, he's from
Mhm.
Houston. I thought he was bullshitting. He started building, we got like a club thread, and everybody shows their progress pics. And I was never on it. I would just like look real quick just to show that I'm caught up and I get out of it.
Mhm.
I start seeing Local 64 being built, and I'm like, ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, you're tripping.
I started paying attention, and I'm like, "Holy
Mhm.
shit, this car looks real, like, this is legit." And, yeah, by the time we were getting down to the finish line, I was like, "I gotta have that car, man." He's like, "No, I just finished it." I'm like, "No, you're not even finished yet, but I gotta have it."
Mhm.
He's like, "Why?" I said, "Well, I was trying to buy the other one, but I never got it." He's like, "Oh, at the time, I had, like, one of the toughest cars to beat from Carlito's Way."
Mhm.
So I was like, "You can't just come out the box and have something better than me." So, yeah, I bought that car from him. I made him an offer that he could not turn down, and he's like, "Are you for real?" So I'm like, "I'm ready. Bring the car when it's done. I'll buy it from you."
Dang, that's
So,
cool. Yeah,
yeah.
you said you had sent me that video clip, and I was watching it, and I was blown away. I was like, "Dang, it looks crazy." I really like the way you shot it because it does
It
show
looks real.
everything. Yeah, like the
Well, it looks like
lighting,
the r yeah.
everything looks clean. Like it's just it's a video that you could see years later, and it's still gonna be in good quality. Everything like you could see for what it is. And the one thing when I would like because I follow him on Instagram.
Mhm.
Uh, and the only one thing that tripped me out was that he keeps his page private, because he's doing he's bringing this model back, right? He's creating
Yeah.
the Local 64, and as much as like I'm like, man, I want to share this model. I want to, like just hit the share button because it's easy to hit share and then bam,
Yeah.
you share it. But you can't because it's private. So I'm like, man, like I know for sure, like all his homies, everyone in Texas or who's around knows about this car and they're seeing it. Maybe some
Mhm.
people firsthand when he busted it out. But I was always like, man, I think like more people need to see this car right there. And now that you have it in your collection and you're gonna be doing your presentations and stuff whenever you do shows, that is a new car you're gonna be also bringing out as well, right?
Yeah. I bring all the cars out. I don't ever leave anything at home. I know, I finally understand now when people say that their car is retired or that car is retired, I don't show it anymore. I
Mhm.
understand that now. It took forever for me to get it,
Yeah.
but, that to me, that's like killing the hobby. Because I don't
Mhm.
know why people always think that, like, "Oh, that one's already played out," or whatever. Um, I just think they don't wanna pay to be in the show. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I only display when I go. Because if I have to
Unlimited.
enter every one, man,
Yeah.
that's a lot in one
And
day.
that's a lot of paperwork too
Oh,
for each one
yeah.
if you had to like do one, you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, damn." Nah, yeah, it's a trip because that was kind of a new thing for me too, like the retirement back then.
Mhm.
It was one of those things where like when it for me, it was like when I would go to NNL West, right?
Yeah.
Like the first time going to NNL West, bringing out all the models. I didn't have a lot, but like the 3 I had, I painted these, I want to showcase how I'm excited. And then next year would roll around and I wouldn't bring them back. I'd probably bring one, but then I'd bring some new ones,
Yeah.
right? But then sometimes what always would happen was there would be someone that would say, "Oh, you didn't bring that one. I wanted to see it." Like I was in here last year or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, "Oh, no, my bad, dude." I was like, I'll send you photos or something.
Yeah.
And over time, then I was in those shoes. Later, I was seeing someone's models, and then next year I'd be like, "Oh, you didn't bring that one? I've been following you on it, but I was looking forward to seeing it." And then I was like, "Okay, okay." Like I see what you mean, about you're saying about like it's kind of killing the hobby and stuff like that too, because it is exciting when you see someone bring out a lot of models because now you
Mhm.
get to see all their builds. But a lot of the times there's guys that build in different categories too.
Oh, yeah.
So when they do that, they start filling up those tables, and then those tables you start to see a variety of all the different style of builds. So it does get more exciting, like to see all that.
It's, I just don't ever like cars being left out, you know? Like,
Mhm,
it's, I mean, there's been times I go to a show and there's not enough cars. There's times I go and I have more cars than the cars entered in the show.
mhm.
So I'm like, I'm glad I showed up because there's just more
Yeah,
stuff to look at because there's only like 20 cars on the table being judged. No, it's got to be a bunch of cars.
yeah. No, that makes
Hmm.
that makes a lot of sense right there to be able to bring a lot of cars. And And I don't know, because I know there's some shows that they could say like, oh, pay, let's say $25, and then it's an unlimited, right?
Yeah.
That's like the main
Hmm.
thing. And then there's others that they're like, oh, it's 10, but then it's $2 or whatever
Yeah.
amount for each one per. And yeah, I could see how some people might be like, man, it's gonna cost me a lot if I end up bringing like a grip of models or whatever. But
Yeah. And the funny thing is, they'll spend more on drinking than they will their hobby.
yeah,
Nah, or even other stuff, recreational stuff. But
hmm,
if you can afford the fun stuff, and this is
right,
fun too, you can do this too.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure. Any plans in the future to come back to California for like a model event? I know there's gonna be a big event in April out here in
Yeah. Frankie,
Ventura
right?
County. Yeah, yeah,
I'm I'm go
Frankie and Big Dave.
I'm going to that one.
Oh, sick, dude. Yeah,
I'll
I'm
be there.
definitely gonna be there too. Because that's like in my backyard. It's like an hour away from where I live now, but that area, that's pretty much where I grew up in that area right there.
Where's it gonna
So
be at again?
it's in Ventura County Fairgrounds.
How far is that from like LA?
Yeah, it's pretty much about like an hour drive. It's not too
Like
far.
north?
No, going down south. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
like let's say if you fly or drive, but you
Hmm.
end up in LA, you do
Yeah.
have to go up north to
Okay.
Ventura. But if you're in Ventura and you want to come to LA, then you got to go down south.
Okay, I get it. I thought it was up north. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. That's dope. Yeah, because we're trying to get everybody to come out, man. Definitely come out to that right there. And
Can you hear me? Hang on. I think this other one works. Can you hear me? Hello.
all right, I hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me? I think
Yeah,
one
I
of the
could.
earbuds. Yeah, I could.
Oh, I went out there. All right. Let me before you connect, let me give out some shout outs right here. Juan Mescua Soli Models, Leon, Model Car
Meme,
1589, Armando Flores, David Garcia. We also got Steve,
meme.
Mars Garage. He was on, but then he stepped out. Shout outs to him. Let's see who else. Katsu, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
There
Yeah,
it is.
all the way from Hawaii. Model Car Mafia. What up? Nice, man. Let me see.
I
I
think
gotta
the other one
check.
went dead.
I gotta check Instagram too, because I know we got some friends on there that jumped on as
You
well
said David
and
Garcia's on there?
joining us. Let's see. Um, I'm scrolling through some of the lists right here. Yeah, David Garcia. He says Cuvo Tingos. He said that
I have.
earlier.
I think I have like 10 of his cars.
Yeah, all right on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then we got. Let's see. All right, just joined the. Let me say what's up to everybody. Yo, what's up on Instagram? Bam. Yeah, I'm looking forward to you coming out here, man. And next year, that'd be awesome, right there. You are you planning on go to the Acme show in Atlanta?
Do you
It's
know what date that's on?
that's let's see, October I think it's the 25th. Let me check the calendar real quick. Yes, October 25th, and I'll be coming out there. I'll be flying out there with Armando on Friday, the 24th.
Yeah.
So we'll be showing up that day, being there the show on the 25th, and then we'll be bouncing like the 26th, heading
Yeah.
out.
I should be able to go.
Yeah, is that pretty far or no? It's pretty close, huh?
Nah.
To you?
I think Atlanta's like 17 hours. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like driving
Mm.
from here to Las Vegas.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Once you
dope.
driving everywhere else is no big deal.
Hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool if you come out. Let's see. Also, we got all right. So David Garcia, he's still on right here. Rudy Munoz, Freddie Soto. Shout outs to you guys right there. OmniWorks, Luis, for joining us. And then we got Chris all the way from the UK that joined.
What?
Kid Builder Chris. What's up, man? That's cool. Let's see here. And then also Legendary Miniatures. What
He's on
up?
there.
Yeah, he's over here on Instagram
That's
on the
Tony.
live. Yeah,
That's
what's up, man? What up?
he's the new replica master.
Let's see. Right here on the message he says, Tingos, let's fly out to Cali in April.
Nope, I'm driving.
Dang. Yeah, he should come out. That'd be dope. It'd be nice to meet him. I gotta
Have
get
you
him
seen?
on too on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Have
Definitely.
you seen the Twilight Zone that he's working on?
Yeah, I've been seeing some on his stories and just like posts that he's been posting on
Yeah.
that. And I'm looking forward to seeing that right there because it's like after the local 64 and then this one coming up. The only thing I gotta tell him is, or maybe make another account, but make it public. So this way it's
Yeah.
easier to just share, and people to get to see. Because when you get to see those behind the scenes shots or just like the progress pics, it's
Hmm.
very inspiring, very motivational. Like,
Oh
dang,
yeah, because I get those like every day.
yeah, dude. You get the
He,
exclusive ones, like, hey, check it out.
yeah, the Twilight Zone car. I think it's like four people involved. Uh, Emilio Gutierrez. I forgot his name on late low, but he's in down to scale. You know Emilio.
Hmm.
I think right now he lives in Arizona. Um, David Anthony pinstriped it. Uh, Roger Chavez. You know he passed away a while back.
Yeah.
I think he had a part in it. I know he did. I just don't know. I don't remember what part. But there's like four people on that, and then I think Tony's number five. I
Oh, that's
uh
dope.
I wanted to do that interior. I tried
Mhm.
some of it, and it wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. And I think the reason I kept being held up is because Tony was just fucking coming out, coming out hard, and
Mhm.
it was meant to be for him to do it
Yeah.
because that thing is crazy clean.
Damn, dude. You're getting me hyped. I want to see the 64. So bring that for sure to California.
Yeah.
That'll be dope to see. And
Uh,
also if he finishes Twilight Zone and he's
uh-huh.
gonna fly out, bring that too. That'd be pretty cool
The
to see.
uh the Twilight Zone will be at the show in Denton in
Oh,
October.
already.
Yeah.
Dang.
But
Okay.
the car's not foiled, it's painted and it's
Yeah.
pinstriped. But he'll have it on display, with the trunk open, interior in it.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's when he's done, he's gonna send it back to Emilio so that Emilio can finish clearing it and foil. And I had one set of Armando Flores rims left over that I never used, and I gave them to Emilio.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Let me I'm checking right here on Instagram real quick. Shout outs to Jesse Walker Designs. He's
There you
on right
go.
now. Uh let's see who's this. Triple Dawn is on here. T Streak 214.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah. They're talking about the Twilight Zone right now. That's dope.
That's a
That's pretty
badass
cool.
car.
Yeah, I want to
Headliner
see
and
it, man.
everything.
That's pretty cool. I wonder
If I
what's
could
gonna
only
come.
tell you if I could only tell you the next 3 cars that are coming out from him,
Yeah,
you
I
wouldn't
was about
believe
to
it.
say, like, I wonder what's gonna come out after that one. That's what I want to know.
I
Dang.
will say one because it's already people already know.
Okay.
There's already one version of Rapid Envy out there,
Hmm.
and there's another one coming out.
Dang.
And I
That's
can't
cool.
wait to see those 2 go to head, head to
Yeah, yeah,
head
yeah.
because
Hmm.
it's not the same level.
Yeah.
Mm-mm,
Dang.
at all.
So,
It seems like the other Rapid Envy was built
mhm,
pretty quick, and me, I'm not really picky when it comes to cars, but some people that are picky,
mhm.
the only thing I can call out on that truck, they didn't use the right size wheel in the bed, you know, the one that's behind the bed on the wall.
Yeah.
That's the wrong size wheel that's in there. If I'm being picky and just calling out what I see,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, they got that part wrong.
Damn, that'd be cool to see, like side to side, right there. Like you said, head. over here. Let's see. Shout outs to Builds by George Juarez, also in Texas.
What
What's up,
city?
man?
I,
What
I don't
city
know.
you at?
I
Let's
don't
see.
know that name.
He says, "What's up, Tingos? Representing Texas to the fullest."
Where's he
That's,
at?
let's see. Hopefully he'll tell us right now
Right?
where he's at. It's pretty cool, man. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see like you said, like Rap with Envy, and then the other ones we have to keep those a mystery right there.
Yeah. Not
What's
until
to
he
come?
not until he says anything about him. But there's two more badass cars coming out,
Yeah, you
and
know.
I'll give you a hint.
All right.
One of them is already sitting on someone's shelf that hasn't been completed for maybe the past 10 years.
Dang, 10
Oh
years
yeah, and it's a replica.
as well. Okay, okay. All right. I'm gonna have to
It's
start
coming.
asking. Start asking
It's
people
coming.
who has this car for this long.
You know
Damn,
who
that's
has
cool,
it?
man. Um, One thing I was gonna bring up about Lowrider Bicycle Magazine. So,
Yeah.
like, they did a lot of features with artists that were in California,
Mhm.
and then throughout the issues, you start seeing a huge presence with like a lot of artists from Texas and other states too.
Yeah.
But even when there's this other magazine that came out a long time ago, but I never I didn't buy them when those were coming out. I bought them later on magcloud.com. I think
What's
it
it
was
called?
called LSM or
Oh
LISM.
yeah, I remember those. I think it was like Low Riding and Scale
Yeah.
magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I picked up those copies on MacCloud, and I
Yeah.
remember like flipping through them, and they did have artists that were also based out of Texas. Was that magazine also based out of Texas as well?
I don't remember that one. Scale Lowrider, I think you posted one of
Yeah, that one
on
too. That was
YouTube.
another one.
That was
Hmm.
Bugs. He passed away. He was from Houston. He made that magazine. He put me in it. But
Dang it.
the LISM, I
Hmm.
forget where that's from. I have some of those somewhere.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a trip because I was like just flipping through all these mags, like when I got them, and I was going like, man, there's just so many artists. You guys got a lot of people out there in Texas. And real quick, I just wanted to George, he replied, he says he's from San Antonio, Texas.
That's why I don't know him. Not unless he's the guy that makes videos.
He
There's a guy
does.
in San Antonio that makes videos. I think he calls himself Lowrider Model Cars.
He has yeah, he also has a podcast.
I'm wondering if that's him.
It might be that one, bro. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it is. Yeah.
He also comes to the shows up here.
Oh, sick.
Hmm.
Dang. Yeah, I got to make it out to a show out there, man. I know David has asked me in the past, like, dude, you got to come out to Denton. Like, come
Don't
on.
come when it's super hot outside. You'll melt.
Yeah. When's like the hottest time, the hottest time during the year?
July and August. September
Okay.
is still hot, but not as bad as
Hmm.
I was in LA like the second week of July, and I think it was like 93 out there. People were complaining. I'm like, man, this ain't shit.
That is nothing.
Nothing compared to what could we have humidity. So like it bumps it up like 10 more degrees sometimes. It's
Mm-hmm.
nasty. But we're used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You come down here, you'd be like, what the fuck? What I come down here for?
Yeah. Like,
Don't come
dang.
when it's hot.
So when you paint a model, you could go outside, just set it up, dries pretty fast.
Oh yeah. That's the easy part. But
Mm-hmm.
when it gets cold, oh no, can't do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, hell no. Yeah, man. Right here where I record, it's pretty much in my garage. It's not. I'm not outside or anything with the backdrop, but it gets hot in here too.
Yeah.
Uh, in this garage, and sometimes I turn on fans and whatever. The other day, I bought an AC, thinking like these portable ones. I'm gonna get it up
Hmm.
and going. It just didn't work out with me. I still had to open the door to vent out the hot air it was producing, but then the
Yeah.
thing was circulating back in. So I was like, oh, this ain't gonna
Ah,
work. I'm
messed
just gonna
up.
have to sit through this. And I want to do the podcast like earlier in the day. I was mentioned to you earlier that I want to do them around 5 p.m.
Yeah.
But for me, 5 p.m. is hot in here, so I need to figure something
Ah,
out, a solution, because when I do them late, it's already pretty cool. Like it's not
yeah.
hot anymore. Um, open up the doors and everything, all that the cold air comes in, and man, it's just like the last 5 years that I've been living out here, I'm feeling really like more of the heat. I'm already pretty used to it, but before I was living here in LA, I was living out in Ventura, right
Yeah.
next to the beach. So it was
You
never
have all the
hot.
breeze.
Yeah, all that breeze was always coming in. So I was always like, "Oh man, this is dope right here." Spoiled pretty much.
Yeah, because in LA, like, at the right time at night, it gets cold.
It does.
Man, I couldn't believe it the first time we went. I was like, "Fucking cold out here? I need a jacket or what the hell?" It was cold, I didn't expect to be
Yeah.
cold. It was, like, warm outside. It was, like, March.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was in 2018.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like March is always like a good month to travel to different places, especially some places where because it's still kind of cold in some places, not too bad depending
Yeah.
where. But I feel like March, April is like a cool time because then later it starts to get very hot
So,
once the summer starts kicking in. Another question I have for you, Thingos, as far
yeah.
as your setup, like when it comes down to your tools, like what are your top like tools, things that you use all the time when working on your interiors, your must-haves.
But I only have 2. So, like, I covered them with black tape because when you get older, your arthritis kick in, and you can't be holding a little bitty skinny tube no more. So, aluminum rod, and I flat out the tip. Y luego the same thing with the brass rod. That's how I use my that's how I make a biscuit tuck. Because the other end I use for the buttons. So, like, I crease the line with this, and I make the buttons with that.
Oh wow. Yeah, I
It's
didn't
only
even I
these
didn't
2
even
right
know about
here.
those tools right there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So it's only these 2, y luego, scissors, of course, for cutting foam. Y luego I have nose hair trimmers when I wanna round the edges. Y luego just X-Acto blade. That's all I use. I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Like, I've been to people's houses, and they've got, like they look like professional mechanics with all the setups that they have. When you go to, like, somebody's mechanic shop and they have all these toolboxes and everything else?
Yeah.
I've seen stuff like that in the model car world, and I don't have anything like that. I just have glue and these 2 tools that I make to crease the lines. That's all I have.
Nice, man. Damn, that's crazy.
I
And
keep
then
it simple,
yeah,
very simple.
yeah, and you've kept it like that for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. That's awesome, man. Yeah, because it's you have what you need. It's right there in front of you. It's not like, oh, where'd it go? Trying to like look through all the tools and all the stuff,
Mhm.
to get the job done right there.
Other than Sharpies, I keep all my Sharpies in this tackle box. I don't have anything else.
And then as far as like the and then the materials like the foam and
Mhm.
that earlier you showed us that mirror kind of effect, that
Yeah.
sheet right there. That's pretty cool. And what's your like back then I feel like it was really hard to find like wire wheels and just wheels for your lowrider cars. How do you feel now that someone like Gavin, Lowrider Model
He's
Car Parts, is coming out with this stuff and supplying everybody with the wheels and little accessories? Let's see here. Is that all his?
Yeah, that I
Dang. All
only
right. I
like
see. I see the background right there. Okay.
Tingos.
Nice. Eeh.
Y luego so, like, every time something comes out that he
Mhm.
makes,
Yeah.
uh, I don't tell people, I just buy, like, everything. I remember the first time he made 520s. He's like, "Hey, these are gonna be exclusive, nobody has them." I'm like, "Well, fuck, I have a bunch." The rubber tires.
That's
Like,
dope.
I buy his stuff, like, every time something new drops, I buy it. Like,
Mhm.
I have stuff I'll probably never use, but
Yeah.
I have it. And I think he made some McLeans, right? When he first made like the cross-laced McLeans like this,
Hmm.
he copied them off my 59 Impala. When he made the cruiser skirts on the for the 59 también, he copied them off my 59 Impala. I was sending them pictures, like the right angles and stuff, instead of them just being flat and they kind of curve in
Hmm.
with the stars and the portholes and the chrome trim. But yeah, like when he first made the McLeans, I think I bought like 20 sets because I'm thinking they'll never come out again. And now they're all over the place. But yeah,
Yeah.
when
Did you
he makes
ever?
stuff, I buy a bunch.
Yeah. Did you ever buy? Remember when Hank was coming out with his wheels back then?
Yeah. I have his true spokes on the Boulevard Nights car from Mike Teles.
Hmm.
I have his wheels on that car.
Oh, nice.
The only downside to those wheels at the time was that the tires, I think the oil and something comes out of them. So like if you leave it somewhere for a long time and then you move the car, you'll see the rubber spots like if you had armor on the ground.
Oh, right on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
something on the material. I know
Hmm.
what you mean. It releases
Yeah.
some type of grease or something like from the inside right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a trip because I remember when he was busting out with those wheels, during that time, I had gotten a set from him, but then
Hmm.
later when he would take pre-orders and stuff, it would like sell out, or you couldn't
Yeah.
get one. So I always wondered, man, am I ever gonna build a lowrider again with like wire wheels? Like I just felt like it was gonna be impossible, right?
Right.
Like, am I gonna have to use Pegasus wheels? Like what's gonna happen? Or am I just gonna have to build a lowrider that doesn't have wheels? It's like a show car, supposedly like on
On jack
stands or
stands.
something. Yeah, on jack stands, exactly. I was like, what am I gonna do? But then as time went on, Jerry's was coming out with some sets, but then he
Yeah.
kind of stopped. And
Hmm.
then when Gavin came out, it was like, oh dang, this is the answer right here. Like
Oh yeah.
he started coming out with stuff little by little, and then that catalog just expanded. I remember him telling me ahead of time, like before he launched the online store, he was like, hey, I'm gonna be selling these wheels. How much do you think I should sell them for? Or and I was like, wait, what are you coming out with? And he started showing me photos, and I was like, oh dang, like what the heck? And it was just like little by little things like that. He was just like, I'm working on this, I'm working with that. And then it started to come out, and I'm like, damn, that's dope. And I really love the steering wheels,
Oh
the
yeah.
like the heart shape, the donut, the chain,
Hmm.
all that stuff right there. I'm
I have
like,
a bunch
dang,
of
dude.
those, and he don't even have the chain steering wheels up right now. They're sold out, but I got a bunch of those.
Yeah, those are dope right
Hmm.
there. And
Like when somebody sends me a good car, like that pink Monte that you had, that you showed a picture of,
mhm. Let's see.
he used the photo of of his steering wheel on the website. So I put his
Oh.
steering wheel on that car when I did that car because it was kind of like a radical. It looked real good.
Mhm.
And so I
Dang,
had to
dude.
put his steering wheel on it because the other ones that I used, they look too 90s, little
Mhm.
fake
On
chain
there.
steering wheel. But that's what I use.
I'm gonna show
Uh,
let me pull up some more interiors because I want to
mhm.
show this to everybody on here. Check this one out right here. I remember seeing this model, this interior here at the Peterson Museum when you came
The
out.
So I had finished that interior that week, and the car itself wasn't even completed because I didn't even have a belly or nothing. And David Champion and can't think of his name. The guy from Duke's, he's in Duke's Car Club. I can't think of his name right now. They were helping me glue well, not glue, but tape the bumpers on that day. And my wife put it under the Whittier sign.
Mm.
And then my wife broke the Whittier sign.
Oh, what?
She broke the Whittier sign. It was funny
uh
because we were holding it, or no, I think it
Yeah.
fell over. And she's like, "Oh, damn." She's trying to catch it. And I'm like, "Wait, let me help you," or something. And
Yeah.
I think the Whittier sign hit like part of the building or something, right?
Mhm.
It hit something. And I didn't know that that sign was built like in layers because some of the layers came apart.
Mhm.
And so we try to like glue it back, put a little piece
Yeah.
of tape on it. It looked ghetto. And my wife, I think she got tired of me trying to be Mr. Right. trying to get it done right or whatever. She just finally said, "If that thing wasn't built so cheap, it wouldn't have fell apart." I'm like, "There you go, lady. Tell it like it is." Because it looks like one solid piece, but it was in layers.
Hmm.
I was like, "Yeah, you say it, because I don't know what to say right now. I'm trying to fix it."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember like at the Peterson show there was a display, but then on the other sides there was like other cars that were laid out on display. And I remember there was somebody that was walking around looking at the cars, and when the tables are low,
yeah,
it makes you like bend over, right? Like kind of
uh
hunch
huh,
over the builds. And I guess there was somebody that was there looking at the models, and they had I want to say like a scarf around
yeah,
their neck. So the part of the scarf that's like hanging down. I believe from what I heard that the scarf had touched maybe the bump or something from a model,
yeah.
and when the person like stood up and backed up, like it like yanked and it pulled the model off the table and it
Ooh,
fell to the ground. So
ah,
like
hell no.
some of the pieces came off,
Yeah,
like the bumpers and stuff,
bumpers. Yeah.
maybe a wheel, and that model was just there on the ground, and the person, I don't think they even noticed it. They just like kind of back, like turned around and walked
It
away,
took off.
took off, and that model, bam. And because I remember someone being like, "Hey," like they knew whose car that was,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Hey, dude, isn't that your car right there on the ground?" And they were like, "What?" And then they just like went over there, and they got their car, they got everything. Like,
It's I'm
dang, what
not
the hell?
I'm laughing because I'm imagining the way that guy would have told the other guy. Like, "Pick it up. You're asking them, pick it up for him. Don't just leave it there."
That is kind of jacked up, right? And be like, "Hey, isn't
Yeah,
that
like,
your model?"
"Hey, that's your car. Pick it up." Well, fuck, pick it up for me. Shit, you're just looking at it.
Oh, help me
That's
out.
fun. It's just funny. It's just thinking like a teenager.
Dang. All right, so let me show another interior right here. Let's see. Let me pull up this one. This is painted by Pancho, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, before we talk about this one, the
Okay.
67, the previous one, that car is painted by Eddie Solar, and his name on Laylo was Latin Skull. He's a bad dude, and he never really sold his cars, and I was lucky enough to buy the body of that 67 way back when.
It is a 667, dude. I
Yeah.
just love the color palette and also
Mhm.
those patterns, everything how it just flows
It's
right
got
there.
the side trim, which the model car kit don't have. He put the skirts on it, and it's got hideaway headlights, and then he painted the front park lights white también. I mean, it's super clean. I love that car.
Yeah, it's nice. And then I could see like towards the trunk, he did like that fan effect.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it looks really, really small, but
Mhm.
it's cool because he has like what is it called? Like uh is it fingertip or fingerprint?
Fingerprints. Yeah.
Fingerprint. Sorry, fingertip. Yeah, like he's flowing with that effect, but then he has that other fan effect right there. Like
Yeah.
it just flows. It's not like overkill, like, oh, we're gonna fan it everywhere. No, no, no. It's just like you're getting a little taste right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
pretty
and
dope.
it's flaked out too. Like in person, that car's flaked out,
Mhm,
and the Musket, it's got all those patterns on top of the flake. It's a little trippy in a good way.
mhm.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
Yeah, then you matched it really great, dude, on the interior as well.
Shit, if I could go back and do it again, it would look a whole lot better, but
Dang.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
just
stay
leave
as
it.
is.
Yeah, no, that's good. Let's see. Let's pull up the other one here,
So,
the
that car
glass
painted by
house.
yeah, that car painted by Pancho, it was at the Peterson in 2018, no interior, it just had, like, the white tub, and I remember telling myself, I'm like, "I wanna do that car, like, I wanna do that car," and then, of course, I wanna buy that car, but I never thought I'd be able to buy it, you know?
Mhm.
I didn't even buy that car from Pancho, I bought it from it's a dude recently who ripped some people off, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's just the way that's what I've heard lately.
Mhm.
I think his name was Old School Ways Lincoln or something. He had like a Lincoln LTD. He fell off somewhere. I used to talk to him all the time, and he kind of like did somebody dirty in Japan, and He sold me this car. He bought it from Pancho before I did, because I never really talk to everybody all the time. But if
Mhm.
something comes up for sale, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Pero he sold me this car, and then I couldn't believe that he kind of like did somebody wrong because I'm like, well, I've bought stuff from him. He sent me stuff before. I've done his interiors. Like, I don't see this happening. Like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So when I bought a car from Japan recently, I bought like a '77 Monte from Japan. Uh, Wada G, I think. And then I think it's like Wada G Suki. And I don't remember if it goes backwards when you pronounce the name, but it's like Wada G on Instagram. He sold me a Monte. He told me about the mishap of this and that over there. Y luego, when he sold me the car, basically he came up short a 68 and 69 convertible like promo kits. And I'm always trying to make things right for other people. So when I got the car in, I just told that guy in Japan, I'm like, "Hey, give me your address. I'm gonna send you my '68 promo convertible that I have here. You can have it to kind of
Oh,
make
man.
up for to make up for your loss over there." Because
Yeah.
I still don't believe it. I mean, like something must have happened to old school just to want to be like rip somebody off. He never did nobody wrong.
Mhm.
So I'm always trying to like bridge the gap somewhere, like
Yeah.
and then we can meet up with people later on, like, "Hey, I did this for you. I'm not trying to remind you, but did you really do this over here? I kind of did this for you over here to make up for it." Because I don't like leaving people hanging.
Yeah.
This stuff sometimes costs money. But
No,
on this
yeah, man,
car,
that's nice of you doing that.
and there's a lot of things I do I don't tell people. I mean, who are you gonna go tell, right?
Mhm.
I want credit on Instagram? No. But I'm happy when I ended up with this car because I just knew if I could do the interior on that car, it's just gonna look super clean. And I hope
Yeah.
Pancho liked it because I never asked him about it, and I
Mhm.
don't remember sending him pictures, but
Yeah.
even if I didn't end up with a car, I still wanted to do the interior.
Yeah, this car is really nice, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I talked to I messaged Pancho earlier today
Yeah.
and just asking him like, "Hey, man, like his style, just the way he does his paint jobs and all, man. It's amazing."
I was kicking him a joke the other day. He was posting about taping and this and that. And I said, "Hey, how's the eyesight now versus like 10 years ago?" He's like, "Man, that ain't no joke." And the older we get,
Oh,
man, things get
yeah.
a little harder. That's one thing you gotta teach. Like I tell my kids about life all the time, right? Ever since they
Mhm.
were like teens up till now. No different than model car building. Um, when you're younger, you want to do everything. But as you get older, you get crankier, you have life comes into play. You got to put stuff on hold. But there's two things that are gonna, well, mainly eye vision is gonna mess with you later on. Because I remember Hydro Hype, Marky, he passed away también. He was on Lay It Low. He would always throw a little fuss on Lay It Low, like, "Man, I can't see. I'm buying these bifocal things at the hobby store." And I'm like, "What's he complaining about? What do you mean you can't see?" Like, when I'm having trouble with my eyesight right now too. Like back in the day, if I wanted to, I could be like this close and be like, "All right, cool. All right, cool." Now it's blurry. Like I gotta be like this, like, "All right, cool." Like it messes with you, your eyesight. You better enjoy it while you can if you're younger building, because the older you get, it takes some of the fun away.
Yeah, like having to like run into those things. Regarding like that, do you ever have you ever thought about getting I've seen some people when they build, they wear like these kind of glasses with a light and they could pretty much change the lens on there. It like flips down.
Yeah.
Um have you ever considered of maybe using something like that in the future for
Not right
building?
now. I can still hang. I just can't have stuff in my face like I used to. I used to like to get up
Mm,
close, I just
yeah.
don't do it no more. But that's like I had to change the lighting on the dresser because these LED lights, I mean, they lights up everything.
Mhm.
Like like if I only had like a little fake little lamp here, where'd it go? There it is.
Oh yeah.
They're only like 20 bucks each on,
Yeah, it was a
I
big
think on
difference right there when you turn
on,
it off.
on eBay. You're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, you can. They're foldable, bendable. Like you can
Oh, there you go.
put them together and do whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
these are really neat. I like these. They help a lot.
Oh, that's sick. I like how I didn't even know you could close them when you bent it
Hmm.
down. You close it. That's pretty cool.
And it just clamps on at the end like a C clamp.
Yeah. As far as like your building time, like what is your normal kind of like? Do you stay up late working on models, or is it something more you do like in the morning? What's your schedule like on a typical day that you know you're gonna work on a model?
I My wife passed away July 25th.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, man.
Thank you. And I didn't have a time frame.
Hmm.
All I would do is take my wife to work. I go to work. I'd pick her up. We drive home. I make sure she eats. And I would stand right here by the dresser because over here in front of me, she used to do jewelry. And there's a chair right here. So she would sit like right there. If I was spending too much time on this, she'll get out of bed because I'm in my bedroom. She'll sit right there and start messing with jewelry. Um, she made a chandelier for a little Suburban one time, and I have that Suburban. Pero most of the time, my wife had cancer since 2016. So when cancer came, we put everything on hold. The only thing I got to do really fun model wise, the whole time. Well, the first big thing I did was the Peterson in 2018. My wife went with me. She was up to it. She was doing better. Um, but 9 times out of 10, she'd be laying right here in the bed, and I'm just standing right here working on the cars, or she'd be watching the movie, and I was in her presence all the time. And
Yeah.
she let me build model cars. She let me work on them because my ex, what long time ago, man, she'll tell me to pack it up, turn that shit off, take the fun out of it.
Hmm.
But my wife was down, so it could be anytime. Uh, I could be off of work. We just finished eating. It could be like 7:30, and I'm standing here till 12. I'm just working on stuff, and then the next day, same thing. I never went anywhere.
Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, just like how you said, like being in the presence right there
Hmm.
with her. No, that's nice. Yeah, because I always wondered, because a lot of what you're working, what you're creating, you're matching the colors. You want it to look a certain way, and if it doesn't work out, you have to redo it. So I've always kind of wondered, from seeing, earlier you started showing me your setup right there. Is like, and I wonder how many hours or how much time, you're working on your stuff there.
Yeah, it could be. And it's always like past 7:30. So it could be from like 7:30 to 12. It could be just 1 hour. I could be laying in bed 1 in the morning, can't sleep. I stand up and do something to get sleepy for an hour.
Hmm.
You know, there's no time limit. Uh, on the weekends, I don't go to car shows anymore with my real cars. I get up in the morning before if there's anybody on the road. I could be out the door at 7 in the morning. I go cruise halfway to downtown. I buy coffee. I cruise downtown and I come home before my wife would wake up. So I would be home by 8:30, 9 in the morning. And if she's not watching a certain movie or a certain football game, I'll be standing right here all day working on stuff for 2 whole days.
Dang, yeah.
Just taking my time. And I don't sit down. I'm just standing here. Like,
Hmm.
I'm working.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could spend like a whole weekend on model car interiors. It takes about a week to do one because I don't work fast anymore.
Hmm.
But like I'll spend a whole weekend right here working on a model car and not even caring about anything else. As long as my kids don't need anything. If I don't
Yeah.
need to take them, like school shopping or something. But
Hmm.
if I don't have anything to do, I'm right here.
Yeah. Oh,
This is
that's
my
cool.
this is my happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm starting to get there to that point again because I have a 5-year-old daughter,
Yeah.
and before she was born, it was just me and my lady, and even before her, I had all this time to work on stuff. Once we got together, it was like I'm gonna work on something. She's like, "Oh, are we gonna be going out over here?" Oh, dang! Like you're right. We made
Yeah.
plans. I can't do this that night. I gotta wait. So we're over here hanging out, and I keep thinking, "Oh man, if we wouldn't be here right now, I'd be over there like painting or doing whatever."
Uh-huh.
And then time passed, and then finally when we found out like, oh, we're gonna have a baby and everything, I was like, all right, cool. It's time to close up shop. I started like putting paint away and all this stuff or whatever. And once my baby was born and everything, it was just it first time having a kid, so it was different. And I was like, man, like I put everything away, right?
Oh yeah.
And I kept telling all my friends, you didn't warn me about sleepless nights. You never, you
Oh
didn't tell me about this
no.
part. I'm not ready
It,
for this. Coffee ain't even helping, you know? And
you,
I don't
you
know.
you had a little girl?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
5
So
now?
yeah, she's 5 now. And
Okay.
and and this was like during the pandemic, like 2020. So my
Okay.
parents, they had no help, nobody. Like it was just me and my girl. And
The just
and
keep in mind every 5 years it changes. They don't stay the same.
all right.
Oh yeah,
Thank you
it
for
gets
that.
it's more fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy every moment with your wife,
Mhm.
your spouse, and your kids. Because like my kids right now, man, they don't pick on me. I don't play that shit. Pero
Mhm.
they will clown my ass. Like
Yeah.
they'll gang up on me and laugh at me, and I don't care. I'll be like, whatever. When you need something, I'm not gonna buy it. Pero
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, I'm
they
sorry."
the older they get, man, they know everything, they talk back a
Uh-huh.
little bit, not fighting or nothing, pero
Yeah.
enjoy them when they're little because like right now, I could be I could be with cousins and they'll have like smaller kids. I'll be like, man, my kids were fun when they were little. Now they talk back to me and they don't want to
Mhm.
go nowhere with me. And before they're like first one out the door, enjoy every moment because
Yeah.
before you know it, they're 18.
Nah, yeah, dude. Like her being 5, I'm tripping out already. I'm like,
Oh
"Man,
yeah.
you're 5." And then, I'm with her and I'm like, "Hey, do you wanna go to the store or do you wanna go to the park or do you want?" And before she'd be like, "Yeah, yeah," like excited. Now she's trying to be like, "No, I wanna be in my room." And I'm like,
Oh,
"All right, cool. Well, let's go to your room." No, 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 no. Like she doesn't even want me in there. She's just like,
dang.
I'm gonna watch a movie." And I'm like, she's just kind of like, "Can you just turn on the TV and put the movie on and you got to jam, kind of thing." And I'm like, "Dang." So then
That
now I'm like, I don't even know what to do
That
because I'm
normally
used to
happens when they're a little older. I didn't think it would happen this soon.
she's already doing it. And then that's when I'm like, "All right, cool. Well, I guess I'm free." And then that's when I'm like, "All right, cool. Now I get to do my thing and work on stuff." And once in a while she'll just pop in and be like, I need this or that, and I'm like, all right, I step away. But little by little, I feel like I tell my friends, man, I feel like a lot of my freedoms are coming back with building.
Heck yeah.
So it's just been exciting for me. I'm just like, all right, cool, as long as I make sure they're good and everything, they got what they need and they don't need me for like a break. I
Yeah.
could spend an hour, 2 hours to myself to work on and focus on what I need to do. So,
Heck yeah.
so as of lately, it's been fun, man. Like I would say, like these last like few months, it's like every week I'm not getting tired at all. Like I'm just like very excited, motivated, and just been getting back on it on everything.
Heck yeah. I
So
mean, because it can be stressful. I mean, it's people need to learn how to walk away from a car when it's pissing you off. Um,
true.
because I have messed up some stuff in the past. Learn to walk away. Like if it's just giving you trouble right then and there, wait till the next morning. Don't even rush it. Like it'll be there tomorrow because you can mess something up real quick. You gotta learn how to step away and put stuff down or do something else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aside from like model building and even building like the one-on-one skill cars and doing all that stuff, is there something else that you also do as a hobby to
As a hobby?
kind of rotate, like when you're taking a break from doing mall cars and real cars, is there something else you do that maybe we might not know?
No, I don't. I'm not a. You know, some people go hiking or bike riding, stuff like that,
Yeah.
jogging, running. I don't do none of that stuff. I'm not that person. Um, no, I mean, I'm just always around my kids. I was always around my wife. As long as they're okay and nobody's messing with them, I didn't. The hobby, that's all I did. I couldn't go nowhere for a long time. I had to make sure my girl was okay.
Yeah.
Um, when cancer came, I even told my kids, and I love my kids for helping me. Um, I told my kids back in 2016, I said, you know, Laura's sick. We're not going to be doing as much stuff as we used to. We used to go everywhere, go kart riding. You know, they got like old school arcade games here, someplace. We could spend a whole day there. We could go to like a hot rod show because not everything's always lowrider. I could spend a whole day looking at hot rods with my girls, stuff like that. But when this came, um, I told my kids, and they were younger. I said, we gotta put life on hold, and we gotta help Laura. And that's all I did. That's the only reason I don't do anything else because that's all I did from 2016 till now. I had to make sure my girl was okay.
Man. Yeah, man. It's yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. Because yeah, everything changes right there. Um, and it's nice that she was very supportive
Oh
as
yeah.
far as like because it is hard to find someone that supports you with what you do. Because I've had friends that were into other stuff, like they were into music, they were in bands, they were DJs, they were just doing a bunch of different stuff, and the, after a while, their significant others like, hey, you got to hang it up, like like what do you mean, like this is how you met me, like I'm doing what I
Yeah.
love, and it's like, nope, it's a wrap, like, and my homies would be like, I'm providing, I'm working, I'm doing my thing, like come on, and
It's
it
it's
just
uh I don't want to say that's being selfish. It's easy to complain, okay?
mhm,
But when somebody's down for you, just like when a girl wants you to change, you got to stop some of that stuff too. All you got to do is give them attention. If you put your girl first, all this shit can fall in place easy. But if you're not keeping her happy 100%, it could be like 95%. You're not gonna have fun doing this
mhm,
if you don't listen to her a little bit. I'm not
yeah,
saying you're being told what to do, but you got to listen a little bit.
no, you're right, you're right. Cause yeah, it's like right now, I wouldn't even have this whole like setup. She would be like,
Uh
"We're parking our 2 cars in the garage," I'm
huh.
like, "Dang, all that space when there's so much parking on the street," you know? And it's like, I just don't want my car to get dirty. Nah. Nah.
No, it can be easier than what it seems like. You know, there's
Mhm,
a lot of people love to complain. I used to complain a little bit myself, and stop complaining and do something else. You'll see
mhm,
how happy you'll be. I'm happy being at home, my girl resting, and I just work on cars. I'm not saying she wasn't bothering me. She was not bothering me in a good way. She let me do my thing,
mhm.
and she was down with it. It's it's hard to find a girl that's down with it. I
Yeah.
remember we were building a '54 Bel Air, the orange one. A Lego. I would like just show her a car like for sale. She's like, "Oh, are we buying it?" I'm like, "What the hell? What do you mean? Are we
Dang,
buying
yeah.
it?" Like, I'm like, because girls don't tell you that. Like, it
Mhm.
doesn't. Oh, you're not gonna buy another one, this and that. Like, they're the first ones to complain. But no, my lady was down.
That's cool.
She met a lot of people in the hobby. She talked to a lot of people in the hobby, and I'm just that's the best thing for me. If you met her,
Mhm.
she was a kind person, and she loved what I did. Yeah, she was very supportive.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, and you gotta keep doing your thing too, because I'm sure she saw what happiness has brought you,
Oh yeah,
and it's like in her memory, you gotta continue. You gotta keep doing your thing too,
the when I met my girl, I think I was barely on car number 10, and I told her that my goal was 100 cars. And the reason I say that is because every time we would be on lay low, we would see like the meetings that Down to Scale would have,
Mhm.
and you see like 100 cars everywhere. You
Oh,
see
yeah.
like tables and tables. You've been there.
Yeah.
You see table after table after table, all these cars. They look like like a car show, but it's just a meeting. I'm like, I want to look like that one day. And I told my girl, I said, I want 100 cars. And I was almost there. I was at car number 98.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to tell you too is I really like the photography that's on your Instagram with each car. And like you have them on there, and then it's like you number them, like you're saying
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
car. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I that was for me to keep track. That way I don't have to go back and count each one on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
That my girl bought me the photo booth. It's right here.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, where do you do that at? Okay, in the booth.
It's a
Nice.
pop-up booth.
Let's
It's
see.
in here. It folds. It has like a backdrop in different colors. I only use white, and it's got an LED top light on top. Can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they look clean, dude, those photographs. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, that's awesome." I like how he's documenting all these cars right here with
And
the
I
photographs.
and I just put it away right here between the dresser.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
my girl
awesome.
bought me that for Father's Day, I think 2 years ago.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what car you think is gonna be the number 100?
No, I'm already past it. I'm at
Oh, you already
102.
passed it.
Yeah,
Dang.
she
Okay,
she
okay.
didn't see 100.
Yeah.
Um, I was already at 101
Mhm.
when everything went down. No, my scared.
Okay.
She didn't see it.
Yeah.
Uh, I bought 3 cars from David Anthony. Uh, like the 21st, the 23rd of July, I picked it up at his house, David Anthony Garcia.
Mhm.
So I picked up 3 cars from him, and as I was driving to Cali, Gary Seeds hit me up that he was selling a '58 wagon that he had from way back. I was like, yeah, I'll take that too. So like right there was 4 cars in 1 week. Uh,
Dang.
I think I have like 15 Gary Seeds cars.
Mhm.
Uh, I think right now I have like 6 cars by DA Garcia and a bunch of other people. I have like 4 Poncho cars. The other David Garcia, I think I have like 10 of his bombs and a little bit of a lot of other people. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm at 102. I have 4 cars right here I need to finish as far as like put together and interiors. I have 5 right here. Um, it ain't gonna stop. I wouldn't be surprised if I reach 200
Yeah. Just keep it going.
because and then stuff comes up out of nowhere. And different
Mhm.
sellers sell things at different prices. The other day, the guy from what's that Teen Angels, he was saying he hit me up that Mike Pickle had some cars left over that his wife wanted to sell.
Oh, okay.
And that was like the week right after my wife passed away. And I'm like, right now is not a good time. Like
Mhm.
I can't, I can't, I can't tell you what I want. Like I can't, like I like lowballed it a little bit and just to end the conversation
Yeah.
because I wasn't ready to buy anything.
Yeah. That was it David Debaka?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I
But
remember yeah, I remember seeing at the Peterson he brought out one of those Mike Pickles. It was like a panel, right? Like a bomb
with the
panel.
wood on the side,
I don't know if it was a
but
wood on the side. I think it was a red one, like a candy. I
he
gotta look through my photos because I do remember taking a photograph
yeah.
of
He
it there on.
I bought the bomb that he had there. I don't know if he had 2, but he had a 48 Fleet Line with the side panel being wood, you know?
Mhm.
I bought that from him. I have that car.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I say that people sell stuff at different prices, like the cars that David DeBaca, that's his name, right? DeBaca?
Yeah.
The cars that he was presenting to me right then and there, he was saying that the wife wanted like 650 per car. And not to be an asshole or nothing, but I was like, I'll give you 400 per car. I'm not paying 650. And then
Mhm.
I could live without the cars too because I already have a car that I bought from Mike Pickle from him. Like he sold it to me, not someone else.
Mhm.
And that car at the time was $200. So like there's a big difference, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like lowballing people. I don't play that shit. Um, but if I think something is just a little too high, I
Yeah.
will say something. And I don't like to say anything because I don't like, I don't like disrespecting people and what they build and the time they take to build something. I respect every build that I have. I understand the time, the headaches, staying up late. I understand all that. So like when somebody sells me something, I will pay what they're asking. Like your local 64, uh, I think I asked Armando one time, I'm like, "Hey, if you ever sell this car, how much would this car would be?" And he tells me, "Well, I've been offered 2,400 5 years ago." I'm like, "Okay, then 2,400 for the car, right?" He's like, "That's what they offered me." I'm like, "Well, so you're telling me, that price or what?"
Mhm.
And I stay to what people tell me. I don't go changing the numbers.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that car Europa
I
from
don't.
Brujo? It's a '68 Caprice. It came
Oh,
out Lowrider Bicycle Magazine.
yeah. This is Brujo. That's what's
Yes,
his brother's name?
Mazda.
Mazdat. Yeah, Mazdat's
Yeah.
brother. Okay.
So when Brujo hit me up with Europa,
Hmm.
and I never knew about this car. I always heard about it from someone else, but I never really remember seeing it.
Yeah.
When I finally saw it, he hit me up. I was like, "Holy shit, how much for this car?" Ralphie, his
Mhm.
name's Ralphie. He's like, "Well, I've been offered 2,400." And then I'm like, "Okay." And we're talking Lowrider Bicycle Magazine. This car's, it's not a
Mhm.
regular car. It's a '68 Caprice Impala. It's not the fastback. It's got the hideaway headlights. It's got chrome and gold plating, twisted spokes. I mean, the tires, these are badass tires. I
Yeah,
don't,
he went
nobody
all out
has,
on that
yeah,
one.
like this a badass car. He's like, I've been offered 2,400, but give me 2,200 and I'll sell it to you. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll give you 2,400. He's like, what? I'm like, well, that's what the original price was. Don't go dropping it. Not for that car. No.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a few cars in there that cost a grip. I didn't
Yeah.
want to
That
bring. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna ask you about that one Carlito's Way.
Oh, that car was a steal.
Damn,
Uh,
dude. That's the one that was on it was like on a turntable at the Peterson, right?
yeah, I picked. So Odessa is like 6 hours west of Dallas.
Mhm.
So when I was going to the Peterson, I picked it up from Carlos. That's it, Carlos. I picked it up from Carlos on the way to the Peterson. Um, and I think he hit me up the day before. He's like, "Hey," and he hasn't been building for a long time, but when he built that car, I mean, he was knocking people out. Um, I was like, "Hey, Carlos, I'll pick up your car. I'll display it at the Peterson. I'll enter it or whatever, and then I'll bring it home to you on the way home." So he hit me up the night before. He's like, "Hey man, you want to buy my car?" I'm like, "Don't play with me, man." Like, "Yeah, I want to buy your car." He's like, "I sell it to you, because there's another little story for that. He sold me that car for $1,200, and
Dang.
that was like a steal. That was just I would have paid more, but I wasn't gonna argue with the price. And I I I'm glad that he was very fair with the car. I'll take care of it. Like I won't let shit happen to it. It still looks as good as like the day he passed it on to me. Uh Carlos also sold me some Mike Teles stuff that I didn't have, and Gary Seeds cars. And all he did was charge me the same price they charged him. I bought a Gary Seeds car for $60. He sold me. You remember Mike Teles, the pink Rivy that was like all cut up, open, everything suicide, with the crazy Hollywood top. Um, Mike
Trying to
Teles sold Carlos that car for $60, and Carlos sold it to me for
Dang.
$60. I still can't believe that one.
That's crazy.
There's a Bombita that was out back in the day, Cantina 39.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Uh, Mike Teles gave that car in pieces to Carlos, and then Carlos gave it to me in pieces. And not too long ago, I put it together. I was bored. I got tired of working on the car I was working on. I said, "Fuck all this. Where's Cantina 39?" And I
Yeah.
brought that thing back to life. If you'd have seen it before, the way it looks now, you wouldn't
Uh-huh.
believe it's the same car. And I have
Oh shit.
witnesses that be like, "How did you do it?" I'm like, "I just put it together. What do you mean? I cleaned it. I don't. I'd have done. I did the same thing y'all would have done."
Yeah. Did you ever
But
ever ask Gary whatever happened to the Impala, the one that was called Bad Seed?
the Orange 63.
Yeah.
He said somebody has it. Somebody has a bunch of his stuff, and
Okay.
they're not. I don't think they'll ever come back out again. Like they're not. Like if I could buy them, I'd buy them in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's a one of my homies always talks about that one. He's always like, "Man, I want to ask him what flake he used on that roof. Something about when I was a kid, I flipped through the mag and I just saw that flake at the
yeah,
top." He's like,
that looked like
"Damn."
real resin flake,
Right?
like from back then. And I say that because I've seen resin flake on model cars, like where it looks like jumbo flake, but it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. You got to like sprinkle it on by hand and then clear it and level it out.
Right?
I don't
Probably
paint, but I
a
know
lot of clear.
I don't I don't paint,
Mm-hmm.
but when the time comes, I know how to do stuff. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me pull up this interior right here. I was scrolling through the pics.
Oh, that's the Gold 64 car that Armando Flores had in Lowrider Bicycle Magazine. Um, this was the most expensive car at the time when I bought it. I think I bought it in 2011. Uh, Shit, it might have been like 2012 when I bought this car. He hit me up out of nowhere. I guess he needed money for something because the way he wanted the money was where the missus wouldn't find out. And I get it. I mean, people do stuff. Uh, I overnighted him. No, that was for something else. He sold me this car for 400 bucks. It was the most expensive model car I ever had at the time. But it was like I didn't know how old it was in person until I got it. Like
Mhm.
it was a little fucked up. I try to bring it back to life. I refoiled it with gold foiling. The paint job doesn't have a very good shine on the top versus the sides. It's just an old car. It has like its first generation wheels on it. So when I did the interior like this and felt, I did it as if we were back in time and he was just right then and there busting out with the car. That's the kind of
Mm,
interior I would have done back in the day.
yeah.
That's why it looks the way it does. It doesn't look like the other stuff I'd have done and felt because I was putting my head back in time.
Mhm.
But I
Uh,
try to bring it back to life, and that car, and I'm gonna redo it again.
yeah. That's
Uh,
interesting what you said about, like, the interior doing it, like, thinking
yeah,
from back in
like if I was
time.
13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring up this other one right here. Let's see. Bam.
Pancho's truck, double
Nice,
trouble.
dude.
That bed got done twice only because some dumbass told me it didn't look right the first time, and I shouldn't have listened to him.
Mhm.
But um, I mean, it looks okay. I like the other version better. If you'd have seen the other version, you'd be like, yeah, you should have kept the other one. But
The
like
m
that truck, it's felt and it has foam and it has the glitter foam. That's why you
Yeah, I was
see
gonna
like
ask,
the
is
fingerprint.
yeah, is that the glitter kind of foam?
Yeah.
Did you have to cut
Hmm.
that out, like, to layer, like,
Yeah. Those
the
are
2
piece by
foams?
piece. Hmm.
Dang, dude, that's a lot of work cutting all that out
It's
and
easier than
layering.
you think it is.
Okay.
Uh, Doing like felt and that kind of foam where you got to like
Mhm.
shape it. It's easier than biscuit. Biscuit is more time consuming.
Mm. And the on the sides, that's also the felt, that pink, that hot
Hmm.
pink? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Because that truck has like four colors on it.
See, let me,
And that truck, I did a headliner, I did the dash like radical. I even did like behind the seats, all covered up in panels. Like if you could see pictures when I used to have all these cars step by step when I was building the first five.
mhm.
You could see the actual work that went into them. A lot of people think I only do like some stuff and I don't paint shit and I don't really put stuff together. No, I used to have photo albums where I put all these first 5 cars together
Hmm.
and it's actual work being done. I just don't paint.
Here's another one right here.
That was Arturo painted the Suburban, and I loved his paint job so much that I didn't want to do anything that would take away from his paint job. So I made the interior look as simple as I could. And that was my first time doing a Pesco setup. Arturo gave me the Pesco setup, and I just painted them and I did the plumbing or whatever.
Do you still talk to Arturo? Is he still building models?
Right now, I think he's having a little more trouble than he was before.
Mhm.
He's trying. Like I can message him right now, and he'll probably respond. Uh, because he recently sold me. I think I bought like 4 cars from him recently.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
But he like it's off and on. It depends how good he's doing. He said he was trying to get back on it. Probably
Mhm.
more get away from the big stuff and just do smaller stuff, because it might be easier for him. But
Yeah.
Arturo is if he hadn't have gotten sick the way he did, he would be doing a whole lot more.
Dang. Yeah. I remember, I think the interactions I had with him many years ago was like 2018, 29 or 17. I bought some. This was, I would go on these Facebook groups where they'll do a lot of
Yeah.
hoppers. And then
Hmm.
he was like selling parts like the A arms and just
Yeah.
like parts to the hoppers, and that was what I was interested in during that time. I wanted to learn how to make hoppers and get the parts. So I
Yeah.
remember ordering stuff from him and he shipped them out, and I just remember being excited, like, dude, I got the A arms. Like now I'm gonna try to put it all together. And these were all just all resin pieces.
Oh yeah.
A lot of that
He
stuff
he
during
even
that
did
time.
like the Monte Carlo and Cutlass front clips before the kit before any of the
Oh yeah,
kits came
yeah.
out.
I
Hmm.
remember people asking him all the time, "Hey man, make me some." That's cool. Then you
Yeah,
have
that I wish he never would have gotten sick. Like I would trade places with him in a heartbeat if I could because he like at the time he was with his girl, his kids were young. It's like I felt really bad for him.
yeah. Oh man. There's this model right here.
That's
It's
the 39 panel that Trendsetter painted for me. The gold wheels on that are Armando Flores way back when. I bought them for 300 bucks. They're hand twisted 24 gold plated Armando Flores wheels.
dang. Also the tires as well.
Yeah, they're his also. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I get this other pull up this other interior here. Ooh, this is clean, dude.
That was my favorite interior is always gonna be pink. So if anybody gives me like a pink car to do, it's
Hmm.
it's just too easy.
Yeah.
Um this was for the mini truck that they did the giveaway. Well it was like a fundraiser show, right? For
Oh,
David Anthony Garcia.
was this for the dedicated, the first show that they did out here in California?
It was the show where they were helping
Or
out DA Garcia.
mhm.
Do you know about that show?
I'm trying to think. I
I would say yeah, dedicated, but it was also to help David Anthony.
Yeah, and they had other artists too that
Yeah.
collaborated with this. It was like a lot of people that were involved
It was the it was
with
the
that mini
pink
truck.
mini truck and it had like
Mhm.
6 wheels on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it was that
Yeah.
one. I remember
Mhm.
seeing it there at the dedicated show.
Yeah, I
Dang,
did the interior on that one.
that's sick, dude. That's dope.
That ain't the
I really
steering wheel
like
I
it.
put, but it's all good. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I only use a certain kind of steering wheel, and
Mhm,
they replaced it with I think that's like an LA wire wheel, old school steering wheel.
mhm.
It looks good. That's not the one I put on
Yeah,
there.
I never seen this one before. And then with the little center right there,
Yeah,
the LA right on. Dang. Like now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, to be like, hey, I'm interested in getting an interior done, or I want to send you one of my cars.
yeah,
Um, is there are you still open to like commissions
yeah.
or okay.
I always have something to do. People don't send me stuff like they used to, because I know that there's other people out there doing the stamp thing, and they could probably do them faster, and they're probably a little more creative than I am today. Uh, Everything to me today looks the same, even though I try to make it look different. It's just I don't do as much as I used to as far as creativity. Pero like like the first time somebody sends me something, it's gonna be almost kind of like that pink one you just saw with the mini truck. To me, that's very simple and plain. Because if they don't like that by the time they receive it, I'm kind of glad I didn't put extra hours in it, you know?
Mhm.
Um, but if that's good enough, the next one would always be better. And they don't, to me, everything looks the same, but there is not two identical interiors out there
Yeah.
versus the people that do the stamps. I've seen a bunch of stuff that looks the same.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That makes a lot of sense. I like what you said right there about, that first one, because if that first one hits it off, then,
Yeah.
you could continue on in the future with like other builds right
Yep.
there. That's cool. So like either through Instagram or your YouTube channel, probably the best way to hit you up.
I'm never really on YouTube. I only put videos on there so that my kids later on can have something to look at. If that, because we
Mhm.
don't keep photo albums like the old school people used to. Um, Facebook and Instagram. I don't think a lot of people know I'm on Instagram because I'm under, Fleetline underscore 1947.
Mhm.
Pero Augustine Villegas, Facebook. They're both public. Like you can see anything if you're trying to go look. People look at my photos, but they forget to click on albums, and my albums have different stuff. Like I have a how-to, step by step foam interior. I have Tingos interiors, stuff I've done for a long time. I have the lay low collection. All the cars are in there. So there's different albums. You just got to go look. Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
The people be
Put it
lazy.
put in the work
Oh yeah, go
and check
look.
it out. No, that's cool. Well, hey, Thingos, this was awesome. We're gonna wrap up this episode right
All
here.
right.
Um, I wanted to give out some shout outs before we go uh,
Heck yeah.
to everyone that was on the chat. I'm gonna start off with the chat on this side, and then I'm gonna jump on Instagram because I know on Instagram there was a lot of people from Texas there too. So let's see. We got Slowly Models. That's all the way from Australia.
Oh dang.
Uh, Model Cars 1589 from Northern California. We also had David Garcia,
Fuck
Juan,
yeah.
Juana Mesqua, Armando Flores, Mars Garage, Katsu. That's all the way in Hawaii. And
Uh-huh.
then OmniWorks Luis. He's also out of Texas. I just don't know where, but he's in Texas. He used to
I
be
got you.
from out here in California. And then Chris, Keyboarder Chris from the UK, um, Rudy Munoz, Freddie Soto, also Builds by George Juarez, also from Texas, Bugs, and let's see here, JC's Lowrider Model Builds,
I think
Go
that's
for,
Jesus Cardenas.
I think
He
so,
he
yeah.
he paints. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then Brandon Juarez, Go for It Painting. Yeah. Oh, Jarvis Malone. What
Oh
up,
hell
Jarvis?
yeah.
Yep.
He was on your podcast también.
Yeah, he was on it.
Yeah.
And Skill Model Cars, also from Hawaii, Kevin Smith, Steve Courtney, Skill Customs, and then Vision 124 as well. See me keep scrolling. All right, cool. And now let's see, guys. Legendary
Big
Miniatures.
Tony. Big
What
Tony.
up? Brian 925, T Steak 214, Corrupt Stevie, uh, Half Ass Customs.
Yeah. He's an LUGK, just like me.
Nice. And also Jesse, Jaywalker
Jason,
Designs.
yeah, he's the LUGK también.
And Sulfur Scale Model, Tripled Dawn. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining. And also, Thingos, any shout outs that you want to give out? before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm a member of Los Underground Kings, one of the original founders. I did step away for a while, and then I came back home because they've always treated me like I never left. Um, every show I go to, Dig has always been like the backbone of everything that we attend. So big ups to Detail Junkies. That's Dig Derange from Lay It Low. With me, the model cars never die. It's my happy place. It's something that I was doing as a teenager, so it takes me back in time, um, to people that were with us back in the day that are no longer here. Um, so, like, it takes me, like, to a good place. Uh, I never leave the house without the whole collection. I always take all of them with me. I guard them with my life. So, if you're at a show and you think you're finna do something, you might get jumped on. Just keep your distance. I'm saying that in a very nice way, because there's always somebody watching, even if you think nobody's watching, somebody's watching you. And I don't mean that in a way I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying, like, if you don't think anybody's watching, they're watching. Um, I love model cars, always have. I'm always gonna do interiors until I'm no longer breathing. You can hit me up. I don't Everybody thinks I charge a lot. I don't. I mean, half the time the shit's free, you know? Like you just if I see that you're down with the hobby, I'll be down with you. But if you're full of shit like some of these people are, and they just want to get work done by all these famous people and then just put wheels on it and say that they built it, never give props, those people can kiss my ass. I don't like those people.
Right on.
Always give credit where credit, where it's due. There's a lot of people putting hours for these cars to sit on the table. And they're not RC cars. We are not the same world. You know, that's you can buy that stuff and put it together and say you did it, add stickers or whatever. It is not the same as a model car. I take this way more serious than the RC game. And when people want to say, "Oh, I got all this money in this car," okay, well, then I'm not impressed with that either. I'm always gonna say that people act funny when it comes to money. I see it all the time when it comes to model cars or just anything. Like model car world, when it comes to money, people are gonna act funny. I avoid those people too. Pero I I love model cars. This is something I've done for more than half of my life, and I love all the people that I've met. Even if you're mad at me, or even if I got mad at you, um, it that stuff don't matter. At one point, we were friends, and we had a good time because of these little cars. What pisses me off the most, and when this it doesn't piss me off, it hurts me more than anything. We all have this one thing in common, and sometimes we don't get along. And you know damn well we don't have neighbors that do this. We all live far apart from each other, and we let this get in the way of being friends or something. I don't understand that.
Dang. Yeah, that's deep, dude. Right
Yeah.
there. Right on. Nah, yeah. I feel the same. We can't let something like this, you know, like come into us not being friends or anything like that, because it's
Yeah.
like a lot of the people that I know that build models, like you said, they live far away or they're an hour and away, 2 hours, but neighbors or people down the street, I know nobody's building models down the street.
Mm-mm.
That's for
Nope.
sure.
And when people get together, it's fun. You've seen it. I mean, we was hanging out in 2018. I met a bunch of people. One last thing I will say, when we were at the Peterson, we were taking a photo, right? There was like so many of us taking a photo. And the only person that was called into the photo was Pancho. And there's a whole crowd of people behind the camera that are just standing there. And I'm like, hold up, we're taking a group photo? I called everybody behind the cameras to come in and step in and take a picture because it wasn't just going to be so many of us while everybody's back there looking.
Mhm.
I don't roll like that. We've been kicking it all day. I know half of the dudes that were there.
Yeah.
Get your ass in this picture. I mean, when the
Hmm.
hell are we going to take this picture again? Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy with when it comes like that to shows. A lot of times when I get the chance to go to a show,
Hmm.
like SoCal Open, I've been going to that one a lot, and like I'm there vending, but there's moments where I'm just kind of chilling and I'm kind of looking at everyone who's there, and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, damn, it's crazy. Like this was like right now that we're all here, this was meant to be because we all made it here and we're all here.
Yep.
But this is what's bringing us here together.
Hmm.
Like we're all chilling and stuff. We probably won't see each other till another year,
Yeah.
or maybe not everybody's gonna come next year. Maybe
Hmm.
it's gonna take 2 or 3 or so forth. And then it happens sometimes. Like there could be a friend that you find out, oh, he passed away or something. You're like, dang, like so it's like stuff like that that you're kind of like, oh man. And even like what you're saying about the photos, it's like when you have your friends and you're like, come on, let's take a picture. And some people are like, here, I'll take the picture. No, no, you're a part of this too. Like,
Yeah.
get away from the cat. Don't take the picture. Get in the picture. You
Yeah.
know, and that tends to happen a lot of the times too. But it's always nice. Like when I go on Instagram and I see like a show that just passed, it's always dope to see a photo of like a lot of the people that were there, whether
Yeah.
it's a crowd shot or even just like a collage or like different photos from people that were there.
Hmm.
It's always like a cool thing to see. That's cool. Well, hey, Tingos, it was nice chatting with you, and we're definitely gonna have to follow up with you in the future. I look forward to seeing you next year out here, and also, well, this year, if you come out
Yeah.
to the Acme show, bro, we gotta hang out for sure.
That was in October, right?
Yes, October
I,
25th. I'll
I,
text you the info for
okay.
it. How I was saying earlier, I'm starting to get back into the groove of things. This is gonna be the first show that I'm actually gonna be like flying, traveling in a long time to go to a show. So I'm hoping next year that I
Yeah.
can go to Texas for a show out there to join you guys. I do have like friends that I've been wanting to meet in person for a minute, and we communicate on Instagram and stuff and online, but it's not the same until like it's like you bridge that connection more, until
Yeah.
you see each other face
Oh
to
yeah.
face. So
And
definitely want
and
to do
some
that.
and some people are, they'll give you the cold shoulder in person or whatever, but you just keep it moving.
Yeah, no, definitely. You
Yeah.
have to. Cool, cool. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Tingos. You
All
have
right.
a you have a good night, and we'll be in touch. And I'm gonna send you some glue and some other stuff. All right,
Oh yeah. I'm
I
down.
got you.
All
All right,
right
man.
then.
Yeah, take care.
Órale. I'll
All
talk
right,
to you
guys.
later.
Later on, guys. Peace.